We're live! Just a cold opening today.
No intro at all? Oh my god.
I already did an intro earlier. I feel weird because everybody's already in here. So if I did another 3-minute intro. Anyhow, we're doing a draw stream. Welcome everybody. Woo. So thanks everybody for being here. We got already a whole full panel. Thank you everyone for being here. Those are fucking awesome.
Shit.
Hyper Wizard.
Sorry.
Those. Oh, look at that! I love the barbarian, the little cute barbarian guy.
You like this guy? This is the main character from my book I'm working on. This is Connell the Barbarian.
That's adorable. Literally, Layden Peony. Okay, you know, guys, I got carried away because I just heard that my little cousin's getting married, and I got really excited, and I was texting my family. So cheers to my little cousin. Oh my god, I'm so proud, so adorable. So my first cousin that's getting married. I'm gonna take a shot to her. I'm gonna fly back. I have to fly back to Taiwan this year, though, so I have to figure out.
Are they? Does Taiwan want you to do shots and stuff?
Oh yeah, well I'll be fucking plastered.
No, not that kind.
Yeah, well, there's gonna be a lot of drinking. There's a whole thing where you hook arms and bride and groom hook arms and drink. Everybody's doing drinks. It's a feast. It's like a bona fide feast.
The COVID kind,
What? Oh, okay. I wasn't even thinking of that because that shit's over in my mind.
You are such an alcoholic. Oh no.
No, because I literally just said I'm gonna do a shot to my cousin.
Shot. I'll do a shot to your cousin. I'll drink. I got some Jaeger with me.
Well, yes.
Jägermeister.
You girl, everyone is welcome to do a shot with me.
I'll pop
do
a shot.
Holy elk.
I will do a shot of liquid death.
Okay, that's fine. I approve of that. Thank you.
I'll grind up and snort some pain pills, but I won't drink.
No, oh my gosh, I don't know. That's
Dude, you grind up the pain pills and you pack them in your urethra. That's the best way, dude.
Yes, Warren. Hello. Oh, it's John in the chat.
Hello, John in the chat.
Hey, John.
Do I want to let John on? He's probably gonna burn the stream down, but maybe I should.
Do it. I've never met John before in a stream.
You haven't?
Come on,
every time he's come on, he's burned my stream down.
How do you burn the stream down?
Everything is stupid.
By telling everybody to go somewhere else.
Oh yeah. No. The only place they can go is to go watch Camel Nights, and I don't think John will tell people to go watch Camel Nights.
I already know. Everybody already knows Camel's. Yeah, Camel's the only person streaming. Tame is a Rini draw stream, which you're here to watch. Why are you here, John? My draw streams are not tame. All right, I have the most interesting draw streams on YouTube because we talk about boobs and dicks and all kinds of weird stuff, and there's a reason half of them are privated.
Dicks and boobs are weird?
Anyways, right, so the jab in Taiwan, I don't actually know because what I heard is whether you're jabbed or not, they were making quarantine for 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, so there's basically no fucking difference. So why should I care? That's why I haven't gone back for 3 years because I'm waiting for the quarantine requirement to be over. I'm not gonna fucking sit in a hotel room for 2 weeks.
Well, you're gonna have to if you're gonna go for your cousin's wedding.
No, I don't think I have to because I'm a citizen. I might not have to. They can't not let me in. They might quarantine me, but I think it's lifted now.
The quarantine thing? Well, that's good.
Yeah, no, I'm a Taiwanese citizen, so it's different.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's like being a citizen to Wakanda, right?
So Taiwan is real.
Thanks,
put her in a cement block, and she pulls down her lip. He's like, "No, look." They're like, "Oh, Taiwan."
What?
You know, like Wakanda, they show the bottom lip and they got weird shit tattooed inside their mouth to be like, "Yo, I'm from Wakanda."
Oh,
what? Wakandans have their ID card on their bottom fucking lip? What?
Yes, that's
exactly
what
That's crazy. Why would they be big enough to have a whole ID card under there?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good thing. That sounds like a bad thing.
It sounds fascist as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Where everybody who's born, they get tattooed on their inner lip.
So
but yeah, it's he in the movie he lowers her lip, and there's all kinds of shit written.
I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's
All right, I sent the link.
cool.
out.
Let me smoking all this weed. I got the best memory here.
Okay. No, well, I actually never watch any of the Wakanda movies.
Wakanda, whatever.
Yeah, neither. Whatever. Yeah.
Wakanda, whatever.
Oh, the entirety of the black population in America is gonna scream at me on Twitter now. But I didn't watch them.
That's okay. I saw Black Panther and I remember I didn't hate it, but I do remember I laughed my ass off because the Monkey King was so fucking hilarious. That whole scene was so funny. I was like, what even am I watching?
There's a
What
monkey
is
king
this
in the
movie?
Wakanda film?
Ooh, ooh.
This is sounding even worse.
I was
Dude,
like, what?
there's this guy, and in the comic book, he wears the skin of a white gorilla, and somehow gets powers and strength. But in the movie, he just has wooden armor with bamboo, a gorilla motif painted on it.
And then they all just start making monkey noises.
Yeah, dude, the one dude goes,
Oh no.
he gives him some Wakanda lip, and the guy goes, oh,
Shows him his ID.
Oh, dear.
It starts fucking how monkeying at him and
It
shit.
was
It's
so
a fucking
funny.
crazy thing, dude.
Oh,
I could
why?
not even handle it. I couldn't even pay attention to what was going on after that. I was like, what the hell is
I
this?
heard Chadwick was good, but the rest of it was
He's not in
kind
it
of a lot of plot.
No, in-
the
unless
first
they had
Black
his corpse
Panther.
propped up in the background.
In Black Panther, not in Wakanda Forever.
Oh, I thought he was good.
Yeah, I
in,
didn't even fucking see Black Panther. Not that I did. I just don't
Winter
watch
Soldier.
movies.
No,
The
what the fuck was
villain-
the other one?
The
Civil
villain
War?
was the best
Okay.
guy in Black Panther. He stole the show.
I like
Let's get
Claw.
to
I
work.
thought Claw was pretty interesting in Black Panther.
Claw, God, I don't remember that movie at all.
Yeah, Ulysses Claw. He had the fucking fake hand.
It sounds like a crab monster.
The claw, the
Prime
claw, the
Minister?
claw.
Yeah, he in the comic books it's Sonic, and he's wearing a containment suit, and he's made out of sound or something. But in
Do you know-
in the movie, he's like a normal dude with a Sonic hand.
Do you know
Like a
what
robot
is
hand.
hilarious? So do you guys
Blah, blah,
remember
blah,
way back in the day when they would put CDs in cereal boxes? It'd be
Kind of.
those.
Maybe AOL free trials. In
No.
cereal.
They were half a CD. No, it was half a CD, and then half of it was just clear, so that it would look like a whole CD. Well, anyway, I got one of those in a cereal box once, and it was a Toy Story thing, and I still have it. And it's got these weird songs that are not on any Toy Story movie or anything, and it's the little aliens, and they're singing this cult worship song to the claw, and I still have it. It is so hilarious, and I get it stuck in my head because it's who lives in the sky all the time? The claw, the claw, the claw. Nobody ever knows what I'm talking about, but I
You
still
should
have
rip
it.
it. You should rip the tracks off.
I have it. I don't know if I could play it though. Disney might find Rini and kill her.
Yeah,
No, but you can
they're
get
really
the music off the
sensitive
CD.
about those sounds.
I don't know if they even remember it though, because I used to go to Disney all the time, and I knew people who worked there and stuff, and they didn't even play it. No one
knew
at
people.
Disney knew what I was talking about.
You could sell it on eBay for massive bucks.
I
By the
don't
way,
Sorry,
think I
guys. I'm
could.
trying to figure out what's wrong with my fucking sound on StreamYard.
Oh, Solo asked if
blasted my
Rini got
ears.
around to watching The
Oh.
Northman, and I doubt
Welcome
it.
back on again.
No, I haven't watched anything at all. I don't.
See, I knew
Oh.
it.
I'm
Jake's-
trying to. Yeah, Ellie knows
Jake's
me
drawing
very
a
well.
foreskin again.
No.
Yeah, I know. It's
John said
Rainy
he's
as the
playing-
God
This is
Emperor of
why
Doom.
I private my draw streams.
I
Shut
love
the
it.
moon,
Look how
right?
cute she is.
Tap it up a bit.
Oh, so cute. Yeah, people ask for Coach. The coach has the fucking link. I posted it in Kings.
That's the cutest sandworm I've ever seen. Wait a minute,
Yeah,
there's
it's-
veins and shit in it. What the?
Hyrule guy says, "Oh no, not the Rini wiener.
Hey, Mike.
Alright.
The Rini
Hey,
wiener."
Mike.
The suffering that I go through, the humiliation I endure to entertain all of you. Y'all better back Fiender several times because of this pain.
Peeny
Ugh,
Weeny.
just
You guys are
let
so...
Jake come on and destroy me.
You're in
Look at my
control
having
over who's
a
on
hairy
screen right
foreskin.
now. You're in full control of this, Rini. Let's not.
What?
It's
So I
not-
should kick you, and the people are gonna say, you're so mean."
No.
Can't
I
take
mean,
a
you have
joke.
control of
I
who's
mean,
full
it is
screen.
funny. It is funny though. It is really funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello,
I am a little
Dean.
worried. I am a little worried about YouTube rules. Hi, Dean. What's up? No, but that's
It's a sleeping
hilarious.
bag. You're in a sleeping
It
bag.
is. Yeah, it's a sleeping bag. So I'm working on this page. I was working on the other day. I still haven't finished, so I'm hoping to finish it tonight. There you go. All right.
Yay!
Cool. Yay.
I'm working
Eric
on art
Winberg
too, but
too.
it doesn't count and it's boring. So
No.
I'm painting rocks.
What? It's not boring. I don't
Shows you
believe
rocks,
it's
lady.
boring.
Show me the
Eric,
rocks. They're stupid.
Eric Winberg for
Are they happy
2.
little
Thank
rocks?
you. Eric says dance hostess dance. Dance? What?
I have to paint like I don't know how many. This is like 600 rocks because I'm painting like Celtic knots onto these rocks to sell at the Celtic Festival. I don't know why people buy painted rocks. Like my aunt does that as her job. She made $600 in 2 hours just on these painted rocks.
Oh, yeah, they're
basically,
kind of a cool craft. I
I'm
think.
painting rocks.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. I don't know. It's just fun. It's like wood burning. It's just a little cute trinket to have around the house, right?
It's being done. You're gonna sell them at like a Renaissance fair.
The Celtic Festival is kind of like the Renaissance Festival, except for like it's just Scotland, Ireland type
You like
stuff.
splash them after you paint them, like splash them with some like chicken blood or something, just to like have
What? No,
authentic.
it's not
They're
voodoo.
Like, they're sacred. I don't know, chicken, maybe some sheep blood or something. I don't know.
No,
These are slaughter stones. I don't know.
Yeah.
slaughter stones.
Yeah,
These
for
are
just
these are
make
these,
some
you,
shit
you
up.
kill your farm animals with this stone. It's a special stone.
You have to.
You
Yeah,
Ellie,
to
just
burn
make
them
something
by-
us up. That's how you make money, Allie. Just be
I
like,
was-
this is like a traditional, esoteric
I can't actually.
ceremony.
I'm
I
not saying
can't-
actually do it. I'm saying
No,
I'm
I
saying
can't
create
actually
this
make.
backstory.
No, I can't actually make anything up because technically I'm there representing my Scottish clan. So everything I
Well,
do.
maybe your clan was a bunch of shysters back in the old country.
Everything
That's why
I
you
do
came here. You
has to
ran
be
out of Scotland.
approved
We all
by
know
the-
what clan she really means.
by the Maitland Lauderdale.
See if
Like-
they'll approve a little chicken blood on those rocks.
I don't
Yeah.
think they will.
Lauderdale.
Just smash up a chicken
Maitland
nugget.
Lauderdale clan. Oh, yo, like fucking Scottish and clans are no joke. I was listening to Count Dankula explain some like historical feud about like Campbells and why there's still some pubs. I don't know the whole story. Go watch his fucking video on it. But it was like some straight up history about. Yo, I finally understand listening to Count Dankula why Scottish people take clans so seriously. It's like they were literally
Well, yeah.
prosecuted. There were inter-clan warfare, but then the English came and
Absolutely.
then the fucking slaughtered them and shit. It's insane. There's so much history I didn't even know about.
No,
Dude,
we just
Rini,
cleaned up the
if
place.
you ever
You
if you
call
ever
it
have
slaughtering, we
time,
call it cleaning up the place.
if you ever have time, I will tell you everything
Tell me.
there is to know
Problem
about
with Scotland.
the
is there's too
Maitland
many
clan.
Scots.
Yes.
You should definitely tell me sometime, Allie. I would really enjoy that. I enjoy
Sorry.
learning about anything that I don't know,
We-
especially history.
My ancestors even have a comic that was made about them.
Really?
Yes.
That's rad.
Called
It's-
Braveheart, the graphic novel.
No.
It's a graphic novel adaptation.
We did fight alongside Robert the Bruce, who is sort of depicted in Braveheart, though.
Nice.
Oh.
And at the last Celtic Festival, the Bruce clan was in the tent right next to us. And I was like, hey, what's up, buddy? We hired your cousin, like, to remake the castle. It was fun. Was it painted on a rock? I don't know.
Did you see the Outlaw King movie on Netflix?
No, I
You
don't
see
have
that?
Netflix.
It had Chris Pine in it, and it had some other people in it, but it was it wasn't like William Wallace, but it was that Robert Bruce fucker. You know, the guy who said he was king
Robert the
of
Bruce,
Scotland? Yeah. That guy.
Bruce.
Both of those guys. That fucker, right? It's like really good. It looks really, really good. Really violent and shit. If you ever get a chance, check it out. But it's like I watched that and I'm going, that's pretty cool. Like he has like this weird like medieval mullet and he like looks dirty and shit, right? Like he looks pretty authentic. And then I see the Dungeons and Dragons trailer where it looks like fucking goofy and he has like a normal haircut and shit.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
that trailer looks so
like
terrible.
what the fuck? Like
It's
one
so
looks like a dope
basic
movie
bitch
and the other one looks
fantasy.
like dudes are going to a fucking Renaissance fair, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, well, it's sad when my first thought was, well, this could have been much worse. Like that's the level we're at, where this like B movie Dungeons and Dragons film is no better than fucking The Witcher and fucking all these other shows, and Wheel of Time and Willow and all these other. Well, Willow was never that high production, but
Did you guys
they
check
really
out-
miss an opportunity. They really missed an opportunity with the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Like it could have been 20 years since the kids got sucked into the fucking realm and they're still there. You know what I mean? And like now they're like kind of adults and we're still dealing with I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but you know.
No, that
well,
would be cool.
I didn't see
you
the
have
original.
A second load of kids go. You have a second load of kids go into the world the same way the first ones did, and they're exploring this world. But then they meet the ones that were there before and got trapped in all that time, and then you have like the transfer of knowledge or whatever going on. That would be a really cool plot.
Or even having like the paladin guy, him like turning and like joining with the fucking the evil guy. Like, yo, we're always gonna be stuck here. We can't leave. So he fucking teams up with the evil guy. Like, fuck running. I'm not gonna run anymore. Let's join the guy with the winged horse.
Well, you see, you're assuming they actually put thought into this.
Wait. Dr. Metalblood asked, what is a Bruce? A Bruce was actually the name that came from a place called Brees. And it just kind of evolved from there.
Oh.
I thought I would, yeah. I talked to the Bruce clan about it for a long time.
Interesting. Oh, that's so cool that you're in touch with your heritage and everything. I think that's the problem with a lot of Americans. They're not in touch with their heritage. I think it's good for people to have that.
Teflon Ron doesn't think Rini knows what Monty Python is.
Yeah, I know what Monty Python. I've watched Monty Python in high school.
She's not like retarded, you guys. Like, come on.
I mean, I am, but I haven't.
Not like that.
I haven't seen like nothing at all. So like I grew up in Taiwan, but I did watch a lot of movies just in high school. Like we had a movie club, and then people would just put on movies during lunch and shit on our classroom TV. So I have seen. That's why my selection of American media is so weird. It's just whatever the fuck other people put on. And we would get Cartoon Network, but it was weird. I recall our Cartoon Network had like anime as well. So we had Mummies Alive and Gargoyles, and then like fucking Doremi and Doraemon and Naruto. It was all just cartoons, man.
Didn't Cartoon Network in the US have that? Wasn't it called Toonami or something? Like
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a different channel. I just don't remember because it didn't matter to me what channel. I just flipped through it until I saw the thing I liked.
Well,
it's like she doesn't know a lot of movies, but like she knows a lot of anime. You know, like hey, have you seen The Godfather? I mean, have you seen The Godfather yet?
I have seen The Godfather. Yeah, that was one of the movies we watch in movie club.
Okay.
So that's how I saw the Lord of the Rings movies as well.
But there's like some other stuff where it's like, have you seen this? And you're like, no. But then you've seen like 8 or 9 other animes that nobody else has heard of.
You've seen a movie that I haven't seen.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Have you watched Legend yet? Did you ever go back to watch Legend?
No.
She's working on her comic, you guys.
I know. Everybody said, watch that. Do you want your comic on time or not?
No.
Don't forget hitting like. Yes, everybody, if you can please hit the like, help boost my channel, that'd be great. Thank you.
If Rainy drives through my town to actually like hang out with me, I'll sit her down and watch a movie with her, or at least
okay. I was thinking of doing that.
I'll like serve you popcorn and I don't know, tea or whatever.
Have you still not seen Jurassic Park, Rainy?
I've seen what? Wait, what do you mean? I still haven't
seen Jurassic Park at one point.
What? She loves dinosaurs.
I am insulted.
Wait, did you love Dinotopia?
Wait, dinosaur kid.
You
I
read
had
Dinotopia as a kid.
all the Dinotopia books as a kid, and then my mom threw all my childhood books away because she's one of those mothers. So I bought Dinotopia. It's right here.
She's
next
got it.
to me.
Oh, she's
She's
gonna go
shown
get it.
it.
I'm a dinosaur. How
Triggered.
dare you accuse me of having not seen Jurassic Park?
Triggered.
I had, of all the Western medias, this is one thing. I had like a VHS tape of it, and I would just watch it
Go
over and
full
over again.
screen.
And I had the art book as well. Well, no, not the art book. I had like the storyboard book for Jurassic Park. It was the weirdest thing. So I was like, here, look, Dinotopia. I love James Gurney. I love this book. I went on a spree of hunting down my favorite children's books a couple months ago, and so I have Dinotopia. Let me show you. And so, and I have.
completely set you off.
Okay, and I have this book, An American Celebration by Charles Wysocki, and it's actually really nice. It's all this weird isometric perspective painting of Americana stuff. It's really wholesome. I would recommend this if you want something that's not weird.
Those cats look like demons.
I think my wife has that as a puzzle.
His work got made into puzzles as well. So look at this. It's all like old 1800s Americana, and it's so much detail. I think this kind of stuff just fostered because I would copy the art, and this got me like into drawing environments and details and world building, and also Dinotopia, of course, all this like, it's an island where humans live with dinosaurs. Oh my God. And I was like 6, and my imagination would run wild, and I started coming up with my own islands with weird monsters on it. So I love this shit.
Do you even know, Rainey, if you don't know that she's obsessed with dinosaurs?
Rainey,
I know. Are we even friends, Jake? Are we even friends?
Is there dinosaurs in Fiendish?
No comment.
Oh,
And also, this is also another really good book I would recommend, because I know there's a lot of weird children's book shit coming out now. This was kind of hard to find, but this is called The Best Children's Books in the World, and it's by Byron Press. So specifically look for the one edited by Byron Press. This is a big hardcover full of several different children's books, and a lot of these are so beautifully illustrated. There's especially one called Dragon's Feathers by the Dugin and Dugina. I think either they're husband and wife or their brother and sister. But look at this like detailed fantasy.
I mean, it's America. Art. They could be both.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, this is dope. And so I just like having these super detailed illustrated children's books really fostered my love for art. And so I've been hunting down these books, and this one was hard to find, no joke. And I paid on my ass for it, but it was worth it. I love this book so much. So
Teflon Run for $2 said, "Are there sand people in Fiendish?"
Sand people? Or what do you mean sand people? But like,
I don't know. That's just what it says for $2.
What do you mean by you people?
What do you mean by you people? Look at this. It's beautiful. Dugin and Dugina. So I looked them up, and it turns out that they also did concept art for The Prisoner of Azkaban, for what that's worth. So I mean, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan.
Is there a Beauty and the Beast in that book? Is there a Beauty and the Beast in that book?
No. There's a witch story. There's a Polynesian sailor story. There's a British story about these dolls that were left in, like, an old man died and the dolls were left alone, but then years later these children found them and touched up the dolls and painted them and they had life again. It was kind of cool. There's a space story, a cat story. No, there's no witch. No. Yeah,
I remember as a kid reading a children's book, but not as a kid. It was like in middle school, and I was just really like, holy shit, look at this book. And it was really well done, Beauty and the Beast, and it was like kind of like Renaissance-y and shit, but it was done with like colored pencils and stuff. It was really dope.
Oh yeah. I mean,
great story, Matt. Hard. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else.
Do you know the name? Because it's just
other than Beauty and the Beast, I don't remember it. But every once in a while, I like look for it.
I might know. Yeah. I might actually know.
You should help him find it. That would be so sweet.
Was it
He
by?
looks like a lion. You know,
Yeah.
the beast kind of looks. He looks like a lion. Kind of walks on the like
Here,
hunches and stuff.
Let me look up the art and I'll ask because I think I know what you're talking about.
I am wearing leather,
Is
by
that
the way.
leather
Yes, it
pajamas?
is. No, it's my leather jacket. It's not. I was cold, so I put it on. Tough on Run for 2. Are there sand people in? So in Fiendish, there are rock people.
Rini,
So
is
I don't know
that
what you mean.
is that lambskin? Because I have a lambskin jacket that looks almost exactly like that.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's false. It's like plastic. It's PU. I don't really buy super. I don't know. I don't tend to buy super expensive clothes. Yeah, I think this is PU. My other one is actually either lambskin or cowskin, and you can tell because it's lasted me 10 years. Because PU will rip after like 2 years. Yeah, it really made a difference. But I like leather. Anyways, but yeah, it's cool to find your childhood books. There's a few other books I want to find. I don't know why I'm like. It's just one of those things. I had a lot of illustrated, really detailed illustrated children's books growing up, and it's this nostalgic factor, but it's also motivating. Like I remember the wonder and the joy, and it just gives me joy to have them with me again.
I got lucky because I kept all of my stuff, so
That's nice.
all
Yeah,
my kids' books. So.
That's nice. Yeah. I wish I had that. I have a mother that throws everything out, and also I'm in a different country now, so I can't.
Mine tried, but I would like go out and dig stuff out.
Yeah,
my mom is one of those people where
here, Matt, let me show you. Is it this one? I'm gonna share my screen. Just letting Reedy know I'm sharing my screen.
Don't see it. There we go.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, you found it!
Yeah, hold
Woo!
on. Let me write that.
Yeah, Mercer Mayer, the guy who did Where the Wild Things Are, he did all the artwork in this Beauty and the Beast.
This is really, really good.
Can you zoom in?
I can try.
Isn't it such a magical feeling to find a book from your childhood? That's what people are nostalgic about the movies they saw when they were little. For me, it's children's books, dude.
That's the power of having someone who's like obsessed with reading.
But also
good
literature.
Some of the interiors, man. Oh, the interiors is just so fucking good.
Well, I'm glad I could help you out with that. They are really good. But it's not an easy book to find and buy. But if you can find it, then absolutely get it as soon as you see it. Because these books, like Trina Hyman, she does a lot of books that's this kind of art too. Margaret Hayes as well does, and Mariana Meyer, like that says, they all do art that's like that, and it's beautiful. Yeah,
I also I've seen it a couple of times, but it's like a couple $100 to get a copy of this book. It's the same people that did the Berenstain Bears, but it's like an encyclopedia of like monsters and stuff. So like, you know, one page is vampire, one page is werewolf, one page is unicorn, but it's all like really, really well illustrated. It's fucking amazing. But it's like a couple $100 every time I look up, see if I can find a copy of it.
Have you looked at any?
I ain't got that like fiendish money. You know what I mean?
What?
I don't have that Inglorious Rex cash to fucking.
Have you looked at any Brian Froud stuff?
Oh fuck yeah!
Brian Froud, yes.
Yeah, fairies. Come on.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm gonna show you.
Squish fucking fairies too. That Squish Matt, book is dope.
At thrift books or eBay, you can actually get that Beauty and the Beast on paperback for $6.
What about hardback?
If you want it at hardback, the only one I found on hardcover is $75.
Yeah. I paid $80
Okay,
for
though,
my
because
book.
it's like it's not like I don't want to just get it so I can like put it up on the shelf. I want to get it and like let my ladies see it. You know, my little girls.
Oh yeah, if you want to. Oh, that would be so cute. If
That's
you
what I'm
give it to
talking
your
about with my
kids,
ladies.
too.
I might.
I thought it was like your wife.
There's one
What?
that's $375
She'll like it, but
because it comes with artwork that's signed.
What's your book, Jake?
I know. Is my mic working
$23.
at all?
Oh yeah, were you holding some? Sorry, Jake.
No, it's
Go,
fine.
Jake.
It's fine.
Your turn,
I
Jake.
like
Just
your
'cause you were
Hawaiian.
You were going crazy about dinosaurs. So, like, I remember this thing I had as a kid. I collected this as a kid. It's like a dinosaur fact file. And it's like basically this folder. And I think I'll put it on the desk and then you can share the.
Oh shit!
Here, wait. I found one,
Right.
Matt. I put it in the private
Oh,
chat.
nice.
Oh
Yes.
I
It's
found
all like old school fucking all these illustrations
Pachycephalosaurus.
of all these
Ah,
dinosaurs.
that makes me so happy.
That is awesome.
I love dinosaurs. Oh my god. Okay, so like I'm such a
Avocados,
creator.
triceratops.
I mean, I did have dolls, but I would play with dinosaurs more than anything else. No cars, no trucks, no dolls. Like for my Barbies, I would mutilate them. I cut their hair off. I would play with the dinosaurs. I make up stories and imagine I was walking among the dinosaurs. Like I had a dinosaur alarm clock that I think my parents still have. That it's like the one fucking thing from my childhood. They
Rini,
still have.
I feel like maybe we would have been friends because, like, I was having my Barbies commit suicide and stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was mutilating my Barbies. Like, my parents would hand me these nice porcelain dolls, and well, thank God I didn't mutilate them. But I'd be like, I don't know what to do with these. I have like no maternal instinct.
I didn't touch my porcelain dolls. I still have them, but when it was a Barbie, I would have her like die and get tattoos and stuff.
Yeah. I would tattoo them. I would Sharpie them, and I would cut their hair off, and I would like. Oh my! But I like the Kelly one, like the little one, and I would cut its hair short because I had short hair because I was a giant tomboy, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be like me.
Matt, I put a link in the private chat that has a copy of the book in hardcover for $23.
Oh, dinosaurs!
Thank you
So I love.
When I was a kid, I used to have a volcano in the middle of my room and then dinosaurs littering the entire floor.
I had so many dinos. It was so happy.
It should just give you this. It should just give you
this.
This.
And then it had the Jurassic Park. All right, so it was like the production book for Jurassic Park. I have no idea why we had that, but my mom was actually an artist, so I guess that's why we had so many illustrated children's books. But I have no idea where the fucking Jurassic Park book came from because we were in fucking Taiwan, and it was this Jurassic Park hardcover production book that was in English. But we had it in the house, and it had the storyboards from Jurassic Park. So it was like, it was so fascinating. I was like 10, and I was like, oh, this is how they sketched and laid out the scenes, and then that's what I just saw in the movie, and it was like mind blowing. And they have pictures of the animatronics and everything, and the suits.
Oh my gosh. Teflon Ron is asking if any of us had troll dolls. I had trolls for a little while, right? But then I took them over to my grandma's house, and she told me that they were of the devil and they were going to make me go to hell. So I took my shoelaces and I hung the trolls up like on the stairs by their necks because I thought like maybe if I kill my trolls, I won't go to hell. And that was the last time that I was allowed to have trolls.
Oh, we would have been such good friends, Ellie. Okay, so I wasn't dark weird like that. I was literally in the back mountains of my school digging in the dirt and making sculptures out of the dirt until I was like 12 years old. This is why I was a fucking social outcast, guys, because I was like rolling in the dirt and I would figure out what kind of clay in that mountain behind the school in this little bamboo grove, the kind of dirt that was good to sculpt with, and I would make little sculptures, and I would go hang out with other kids I didn't give a shit about. Oh my god,
Rainy, we would have been friends because
I didn't care about boys. I would just make these sculptures, or I would sit in a corner and draw, or I would like be. I made my own toys by sculpting soap and wax candles, and then I would like. Everything around me was a world. So my desk at school was a skyscraper. and the chair was like another building next to it, and scissors were like pterodactyls that were attacking the figures. I sound like a crazy person right now. Anyways,
no, dude, I used to do that with like hair clips. They would be like these hair clips would be like these scary monsters that were like gonna eat people, and I never wore them in my hair. They were just like monsters. But instead of building like things, I would make mud bricks, and I would pretend that like and I would just be in the mud with like no shoes on, and I'd be like, oh, I have to build this wall. I am a slave. Like as I'm building this stupid brick wall for no reason. It was very silly.
I think we would have gotten
We would have been rolling around in the mud together like idiots.
I wish I knew you when I was little, because it was terrible. It was like all the mean girls thought I was weird. So then, of course, when the mean girls don't like you, you're a social outcast. But I didn't care that much. I was having fun in my imagination.
Have you guys ever done oatmeal wrestling? Have you ever heard of that?
No,
I haven't done that.
We're talking about when we were kids, though, so like, watch out.
Yeah. School? Did you study that novel?
Yeah, they did a party like that when I was in high school. All the girls threw a bunch of oatmeal into a giant pool and then wrestled each other.
Ew.
What?
Wait, hold on.
Gross,
do you realize how much money that it probably cost for her parents to fix that pool? That pool is broken. I'm not even kidding you. We have a pool. It is ridiculous. Do not mess up pools.
Was it a real pool or a kiddie pool?
Yeah.
No, it's an actual in the ground pool.
No, I meant Novel's one.
I would have, if I pulled some shit like that, I would have gotten beaten and then disinherited. Like, I don't understand American kids who fuck around like that.
When we moved down to South Carolina, we moved next to a college. And so, like, on the street that we were on, it was like us and then a bunch of college kids. And one time we looked out the window and there was like two chicks rolling around in a kiddie pool. And I'm assuming it was Jello or something. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't go over there.
Oh.
Another time, there was a fucking couch next door that was still on fire in the yard.
What? I like you just casually say, yeah, couches just catch on fire all the time.
Dude, I looked outside and there was like still some like pretty heavy smoke coming. I was like, yo, the fucking couch is on fire. And so I went and turned the hose on and sprayed it down. I got all paranoid about it. But,
yeah, I would hope so. It's a fucking couch on fire.
Because like we lived at like on a street that ended in a dead end, like a cul-de-sac. So the college kids would all just like walk to the end of the street and hang out in the cul-de-sac. And so and then they would like walk back to their places or whatever. And did I go to check the mail and there'd be like Solo cups with like beer and shit in my mailbox. It was just like, fuck.
Gross. I'm so glad young people in Taiwan and students are. I mean, it was such a culture shock coming from Taiwan to America, where in Taiwan, when you go to college, you actually study. And I'm not saying everybody was a goody two shoes, but it was just like the rebellious streak. It was much lesser in Taiwan, and it's just like, well, you because I swear this is all it was.
Wouldn't your parents completely disown you if you like mess up in college?
Basically, yeah, but it's also because of that culture of your elders expected a lot of you, and also you respecting your parents and your elders is just drilled into the culture. And like there is a phrase that basically it says to filial piety, which is basically almost worshiping your parents and your ancestors, is to be Chinese, and that's a phrase, and that more than anything defines Chinese culture. And I think that's what a lot of people really don't understand. So it's you don't even if you rebel, you don't do it to a state where you disrespect your parents. So my point is, there just wasn't, like, when you go to college, you don't do it to party, and it was such a culture shock to come to America. And like I was trying to draw and work and build my portfolio, and everybody was partying, and it was weird. But yeah, I'm not like guilting anybody. It was just weird.
No, here it is definitely like you're the weird kid if you're in college and you're like, I don't really want to go get wasted.
Yeah. So, well, I was such a, oh my god, I was always such a weirdo. What's wrong with me? I was like drawing in the computer lab and like trying to build my portfolio as a freshman while everybody was doing doing like keg stands and yard
and they're
parties.
probably still doing keg stands while you are a successfully published artist and writer. So
I don't know. I mean, well, it's not like I didn't party, but I didn't need to party that much. You know, once or twice is enough.
no, you party now that you're grown up.
That's right. Now I can do what I want. DJ 2K for 2. Thank you. Fun fact, Narwhal used to be a Chad. Narwhal, did you used to be a Chad?
I think that's referring to one picture that was a fluke. I think so. In that one picture.
It's like I had
What's
one good
this?
picture.
Yeah.
What's this picture?
I can maybe find the picture. I'll show you guys.
Dr. Metalblood said his friend's dad was a serial killer.
Oh my gosh, really?
Which one?
Holy fuck. Hey, it's Granda! What's up, Granda? My friend Granda from Colombia. Doesn't hanging the dolls count as a sacrificial altar to Satan? No. Well, Ellie wasn't thinking of it that way.
No, because in my head it was like, oh no, I better kill the evil thing. If I kill the evil thing, then like God will be happy that I killed the evil thing and I won't go to hell. Like that's what it was like in my head. I never said
very American.
What?
I think Americans don't understand how universities in other parts of the world work, where you're expected to go and just learn. Yeah. That really was. I remember. So I went to American school in Taiwan. So it was ABCs. That ABC means American born Chinese. Okay, so people didn't know. That's not me making it up. That's what we call ourselves. So, anyways, so it was all Taiwanese or Chinese, Asians, basically, that were born in America. We were in Asia going to American school, and like all the American teachers love teaching. They're like, you guys are so well behaved. You guys aren't even doing drugs. You're not smoking. You're not getting pregnant. We're like, what? What's just it wouldn't even register to do that in our minds, you know? And we didn't realize that like fucking American school really is that bad. Like we saw Mean Girls and we thought it was just funny. We thought it was like an exaggeration, but it was actually toned down from American high school.
It's a little bit of an exaggeration, okay? That's not your average school. That's That's like California, like some schools in California. Like because my high school, it wasn't like that at all. And it was and I was dead in the middle of Colorado. Like, and it wasn't even like the cheerleaders are all popular, right? Our cheerleaders were hated. No one liked to do cheerleaders. They all thought that like, and I was a cheerleader. They all hated all the cheerleaders. And
that is really rare. Yeah, I never heard of that for an American school before.
Well, and it wasn't even like there were losers, because it was more like there were people that didn't fit anywhere else. So we all kind of hung out together because there was nowhere else to go. So it's not like there were, cliques or whatever. It was kind of like you could move around. And nobody was a crazy mean girl. Although, Rini, you might find this exciting. I did have a high school nemesis that, like, it was known that we were a feud or something. It was very silly.
Oh, that's fun.
But she was really dumb.
The only person I've known who's had a nemesis in high school. I had a high school nemesis, too.
Oh my god, but she was so dumb. Like, how? She thought I was a witch. And she would spread
She's a witch.
She spread rumors about me being a witch and stuff. She was just really stupid. She said the dumbest things. She had a stupid name. But like,
she smelled, she was ugly, and her parents were stupid.
No, she was actually really pretty, and her parents were really rich. Her thing was she would go to her dad when she didn't want to do something and say like, Dad, I don't want to read this book. And then her dad would call the school and be like, there's something objectionable about this book. You guys can't do it. And he would say, like, because he was rich, he would actually like threaten to take away donations from the school. So she didn't want to read what's that? Johnny Got His Gun, which is this book about a soldier who gets blown up and he loses all his limbs and his face and ears and everything.
Nice.
That
sucks.
sucks.
So it's a really kind of scary book, but like there's a part where a nurse like gives him a hand job, and she didn't want us to read it because she thought it was gross. So she told her dad, and her dad was like, "They're not allowed to read it." But she was really stupid.
I mean, yeah, if you get out of education like that, just because your dad is powerful, then I would assume you would be stupid.
I conspired against her though. Like my friend and I, we put like a candle on her desk and sat across the room and stared at her desk, like whispering, pretending that we were putting a spell on her.
So she thought you were a witch, but then you put spells on her. So
right,
pretending to put a spell on her.
Yeah,
I wish I'd actually prank people. I just didn't give a fuck. So for my school, I think it was weird. It was almost like the mean girls and the bullying was really early, and that just made it harder to deal with. It was like elementary and middle school was worse than high school, and
absolutely.
But is this just me? Because I remember watching like fucking Mean Girls. It is an exaggeration because honestly, by high school, for a lot of places, unless it's just, I don't know. I've known Americans who went to inner city public schools and where the schools are like fucking Fight Club, and that's different. But for me, it was middle school and elementary school that was the worst, and by high school, everybody kind of grew up. Yeah, by high school, everybody kind of grew up, and it was like, you know, I was like the artsy kid, but I had learned to socialize a bit, and I wasn't, you know, I'd started waitressing, so I wasn't as awkward. So yeah, you knew who used to be the jocks and the bullies and the mean girls and the anime nerds, but we kind of like were civil by high school. But before that, it was fucking horrible. I told you guys about all the pranks that the other kids played on me, and there was this one Polish guy, and if you went to high school with me, you'll know who he is, but I will not name him because I'm nice. But he was such a fucking asshole to me. And oh damn, he wasn't Polish, he was Ukrainian. And I think he like extra hated me because I was weird, but everybody. So it was like we were in Taiwan.
I just think he could be dead now.
And I don't want him to be, but he was a fucking asshole.
I'm not saying you want him to. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
His body could be getting eaten by dogs right now. That's all I'm saying.
So the thing is, what the fuck is this? Okay, so like,
what the fuck?
What's that noise?
What is that sound?
Creepy.
That's Allie's dog, guys.
Allie's having a seizure.
Someone beating a dog?
No,
Super
that's his
creepy.
dog. That's
a
the
demon.
dog.
That's a demon.
I think Americans.
Allie, are you okay?
She's giggling.
I think we know how universities work in other parts of the world. I don't know.
Okay, she's okay.
I keep looking at that going, I think Americans. I don't know.
The dog just had like a fucking like sneezing fit. Okay, Allie, come back to us. Oh
Sorry.
My god. Oh my god, that was like some weird demon dog noise, and we just hear Allie giggling. You're like, okay, well, at least she's alive.
I'm sorry. I got him to shut the door because he opened my door and came in. And he just looks at me and starts sneezing. And I couldn't say anything because I was across the room and my headphones weren't in. And I was like, I hope that they can't hear this.
We heard everything, Allie. It was really loud. We couldn't even hear ourselves. Oh my god. It was so loud.
I'm sorry. I was trying to pet him so he would stop sneezing. And he just kept sneezing. I couldn't mute my mic, Swiftbird. I was all the way across the room.
All right. Well, we heard all of that. It's cool. I lost my train of thought. It doesn't matter.
You were talking about
being bullied by a Polish guy who might be dead.
No, he was Ukrainian. He's Ukrainian,
guy.
but
yeah, that's
I know
he might be dead.
He's
that makes sense.
He was such a dick because he was like most kids in my school were Asian. There was like a couple of white kids and those like 2 white guys, and he was like really full of it because he's taller than everybody. So all the girls were going for him because he was like tall but he was pretty smart. But he has such behavioral problems, and of course, like it was one of those things where, well, to be cool, he's gonna bully like the weird kids, and I was one of the weird kids. So he was a fucking dick to me, and I will never forget it. But I don't know. You're out there, you know who you are. Fuck you. You hear me? Fuck
you really
yourself.
it was a crush. She had a crush on you.
Jackass. I highly doubt it. But so it was. I guess it was more frustrating because it was like, okay, in Taiwan, I was I was the white girl. I know to you guys, I don't seem like the white girl, but in Taiwan, I was the white girl in my grade because I'm mixed. So to full-blooded Asians, I was like. I was the Polish one, and then he was Ukrainian. So it didn't help that all the teachers were like, are you guys related? And we both hated that. So we just hated each other more because everybody was like, you both have Slavic names. Are you related? No, I hate him. He's a fucking jackass.
So wait, even in Asia, you're a fake Asian?
Yeah, I'm a fake Asian everywhere.
Really? So just if 2 names were Slavic, they'd be like, oh, they're related?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Narwhal, you were sharing your screen and I didn't mean to ignore it. We were just talking about other stuff.
Yeah. The moment's passed, but you can see my Chad photo.
Oh yeah. I'm so sorry. No, it has not passed. It has not passed.
The moment does not pass.
Let's go. It does not pass. It does not pass. Aaron looks Chinese. Okay, let's see. Are you guys ready? I saw it in the background, but I was like, okay, I wanted I wanted a nice transition, but the moment never arrived. So that's Narwhal. That doesn't look like you.
Damn.
That doesn't look like Narwhal at all.
You do look like a Chad.
I know. That's really.
Who are you?
This is the real
Narwhal cosplaying a Chad. Yeah, exactly. I know that's actually Narwhal, but
So
no, you should stay on the other picture. That's a lot more interesting.
Yeah, use that one as your catfishing picture.
The lying in the pile of garbage one.
What happened, man? What happened?
I know. What
does
is
it look
from?
like a twink? What?
You know, people can only look for 10 seconds.
All right.
I like the tan lines around your fucking dick area.
Oh man, where's Perth? Where's Perth when you need him?
I'm sure Perth is lurking. Unless somebody whips out their dick, I won't private this stream. So let's try to not do that, and Perth can clip all of this later and have.
What do you mean? Has someone done that to you?
No, but it has happened to like 3 streams in the last month.
It's Dale Keown goes for it sometimes.
What is with you degenerates and your things that you do? Wow.
Okay, Dale Keown has threatened he'll start unzipping and then he hasn't done it yet, but I swear the next dick.
Oh wait, like in his sleep stream, like right before the sleep stream.
No, he'll get really drunk. It's not him. It's like the other guy, Donnie, and then what is it? Gavin McGinnis did it on FNT.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Iranians not supporting Russia over Ukraine. I'm not that vindictive,
She's
guys.
Not crazy.
Yeah, I'm not that crazy. I'm not that hateful.
I don't think there's anyone who's supporting anyone officially.
No, it's just their own clusterfuck over there, isn't it?
I am. I'm sending troops. Look at my own army.
Granda says he was a nerdy kid, but also the cool kid. Oh, that's rare. I wish I had that experience.
A nerdy cool
but yeah, but because you were cool because you can draw. I think that was my experience. Like I was such a fucking weirdo, and I was just a constant outcast. But the one redeeming thing was I can draw, and so that I kept on doing it, not just because I liked it, but it also because it was. I always had a sketchbook with me, and the one time people liked me was when everybody in class, even like the popular girls, they would come around. They would want to see my sketchbook because I had cool shit in it, and I was like, "Oh, people respect me." Like even the teachers were jackasses to me. This is how bad it was. Okay, I don't know what it was. I just gave off bully me auras, but it's if you can draw, people you stood out, and it was a valuable skill. So I think a lot of artists grew up continuing that craft, even though it's honestly really hard to learn to draw, just because it added value and it kind
I
of.
wonder how many male artists like use their craft to get ladies.
All the
doesn't
time.
work. It doesn't work.
You gotta draw the right shit.
I mean,
So
if you
it doesn't work,
draw,
it just fucks it up.
if you draw like a flattering drawing of a lady, is that like an automatic in?
Black Spiders, this is Hyper Wizard. This is Jake drawing.
No.
I'll share my
cool.
drawing later.
Oh. I would think that would be an automatic in for a normal
My
chick.
experience, it made you seem creepy. Like, oh, look, I drawn this picture of you.
No.
Oh.
Like if she says like, "Oh, you're an artist. Could you draw me?"
They all said that anyway, though. Even if they weren't interested, they just want to get a drawing out of you.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like they knew I was an artist, so I was like sitting at a table drawing stuff, and then I started drawing somebody, and I started drawing like sexual stuff, and then I don't know, she was just like down for it. You know, it's like all right.
Okay, how
Wait.
many like porno drawings did you guys get asked to draw throughout like high school and college?
Oh my god,
Dude.
you're probably
If I had a
lucky.
teacher that pissed me off, I'd be drawing all kinds of shit. Like I was just like, oh, you'll be an asshole to me? Okay. Hey, here's the teacher. Fucking a goat. Here you go. Pass that around the class. Dude, I was fucking notorious. But it was also like, if we had a fat English teacher and I would draw pictures of her like eating fried chicken and shit, you know, and just like breaking her chair and stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's not me. Nobody wants to watch what I'm drawing.
Yeah, we do. Show it.
No, my drawings are not good.
Do you ever draw dudes and give them the drawing of themselves?
Who?
Beowulf says how you'd be surprised how many girls want naked drawings. I would not know. So I did have.
I bet now high schools are filled with kids who want like their fursona drawn.
Oh,
their what drawn?
Like furry people, they call their like furry thing a fursona.
I'm always surprised when
Jesus
people
Christ, that's not a real word, man.
It's a real word. It's a real word.
It's not a real word, but it's an internet word.
I was doing Craigslist drawings for a while, and I did one that a guy paid me to draw of. It was a dude sniffing a sock while masturbating. I had to draw.
That's great.
I was doing some,
was
some
it
spot
Shifty?
illustrations like that for a little while. It was like erotic fiction, and they were wanting me to like draw an image per story. Like one was a woman rock climbing naked, and then another one was like a woman climbing into bed, and there was like a guy in bed, and she had like a wolf tattoo on her back and shit. I only did like 3 or 4 of them. Because it was just like...
Is this stuff that you have added to your portfolio?
Fuck no, man. I didn't even sign this shit because it was just so fucking weird. But I mean, it was money. But at the end, it was just like... I didn't want my kids like walking into my office and like seeing me like draw this fucking weird shit. Like it just wasn't... It wasn't that worth it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm still really grateful you drew them, though. Like, I cherish them. I have them in a folder. I'm very...
yeah, man. You know, you do whatever you do with them. Laminate them. Work them out. You know what I'm saying?
He cuddles with these laminated drawings from Matt every night.
I won most interesting job at my high school 10-year reunion because I told him about the sock drawing.
Oh!
That's the only thing that was good that came from it.
Well, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I always got like, Allie, can you do my makeup? Because when I started doing makeup for people for who I knew a lot of photographers for some reason, and I would do makeup for their models, and then I started getting people who were like, oh, can you do my Halloween makeup? Like, I think the year that The Dark Knight came out, I did like 50 Jokers for Halloween. and I did like the whole scars with liquid latex and everything.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I made like $7,000 doing in one day, just doing a whole bunch of Joker makeup. It was like, all right, come in, sit down, and then I would do it, and then they'd leave, and I'd be like, all right, come in, sit down. It was a lot of work, but it was awesome.
That's
I didn't
cool.
sleep for like 2 days though, because it was
But
it was Halloween, so I was doing it, and then I went out to go and have fun myself.
Yeah. Well, that is an art unto itself. I have an aunt who's she's a beautician as well. Interesting. I forgot.
I'm not a beautician.
I know it's different, but it's similar. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
Esthetician and beautician are not the same. I went to school. I paid 20 grand to.
I actually don't know the difference because it's in Taiwan, so I don't know if she went to school at what the actual English translation is.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't do like nails and makeup and hair. Like,
no, she does.
I can do like actual skincare.
Yeah, skincare. It's a 美容院, so like exfoliation and.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a beautician.
Was that what you then? What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
What do you do? What do you do to the
skin,
Allie?
Do I
rub shit on the skin? What do you do?
I can do many things. With a facial, that is kind of basically what it is, but also it's extractions. I have a microdermabrasion machine. I can do light therapy. You can't do it in Florida, but I can in Colorado do laser. Yeah.
Extractions? What is that? What are you talking about? Popping zits and shit?
I mean, sort of, but also like it's doing it correctly, and also like doing taking out cysts and stuff like that. So
nice.
You got any videos of that?
I had one video of one lady when I would do her microdermabrasion because I was able to get rid of this like really deep line that she had in her forehead. My grandma, I've been doing hers for like 10 years, and I had to start doing her neck and her décolleté because her neck started looking older than her face. So I had to do that and then do it down because her neck and face were not looking as old as her chest. So like eventually I'm just gonna
even it all out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have reversed all of my grandma's aging.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go to Florida more and just have you laser me down once I
can't do laser in Florida, but I can do laser in Colorado. But I can do waxing.
Face and 6-year-old neck and 8-year-old teeth.
What would be a visual artist equivalent of if you call an esthetician a beautician? Like, what would be that? Like an illustrator and a comic artist. Like, illustrators don't tell stories; they just draw pretty pictures for editorials.
No, you can tell story. Illustrators tell stories within the illustration.
Not the way we do. Is that
absolutely
sequential?
Yeah. Sequential is a different type of storytelling, but you could absolutely do storytelling in one image. There's whole fucking museums filled with paintings that have done that.
Sounds like
that's if you're doing a single image,
you sound like an illustrator.
I mean, if you really want to argue, I'll argue that musicians are not artists. Whenever I hear an artist go, "I'm a recording artist," I go, "What the fuck is that?" Like, you're a musician.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about musicians.
I hate that shit. I mean, I'm only hating it. I'm like getting like triggered in the moment. Like, I don't sit around like getting pissed off about it. But whenever they're like, "I'm a recording artist," I'm just like, "You're no fucking artist. You're a musician." Like, I hate that. I hate when people like overuse the word artist. Like, I'm a sandwich artist. I'm a fucking I'm a this artist. I'm a that artist.
I'm a word artist.
Yeah, like, what is that? Are you like as a writer, a printing artist? Like, I'm a printer artist. Like, what?
You write a bad song and you sing it on YouTube. You're like, I'm an artist. And meanwhile, I've been drawing all my life.
I'm a SoundCloud artist.
You have a term for that.
And then just remember, it was on like some dumbass brainless show like The View or something. They were like talking to some celebrity or some one of those like late night shows, and they were like, well, they had a musician on. They're like, well, let's test you, but are you a real artist? And they're like, they were doing one of those word puzzles or those drawing puzzles where you have to make you get a hint for a word, but you draw it, but you don't say the word. You know what I mean?
Like Pictionary or something?
Pictionary. If any of us do it, we'd win, and they would always make me like draw my foot and shit. But it's like, so they were like, oh, are you a real artist? It's like, I hate the term artist because you're a musician. You're a musician. It's not the same as an artist because you don't say drawer. That term should be reserved for us. But we're not celebrated. We don't get paid a shit ton of money for just like, I don't know, flaunting around on stage and singing badly.
You're a performer. You're a vocalist. You know what I mean?
You're a performer
to cover what you're doing, but like,
and it's a skill. Like people that are actually really good at it, but there should be a differentiation.
That's like Instagram model.
That's my get off my lawn moment.
Instagram model.
Get off my lawn.
That drives me insane. I'm an Instagram model. No, you're just a thought.
Yeah. Yeah, you wrote fan art, so you should be writing Marvel comics now. There's another one.
Well, that's actually happening.
I don't believe that anybody
they check and they go, oh my god, this person's a trans and in a wheelchair. Hire her right now.
Yeah, I don't believe anybody who's writing anything in publishing right now is actually a fan. Because if they were a real fan, they wouldn't be breaking everything. So when they say, oh, it's fanfics now, like it's all fanfics. No. None of those people are fans, or else they wouldn't be destroying things.
Oh yeah, it's what is the term? I thought of a term. It's I forgot it. It's something. Damn it.
You're supposed to write things down.
Nailed it.
James N-word, who are you talking to?
You look like you were delivered with a high-powered vacuum.
Faux fiction. It's not fan fiction, it's faux fiction.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Holy shit.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've seen you around. We've got that's hilarious. James N-word is our new Hager.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, N-word. That's funny.
You made us say the N-word.
You did. Oh, wow. I'm so offended.
I'll promote Cave Slave.
Cave Slave, everybody. Back Cave Slave. Chris says, I'm not an artist. I'm a master of doodles. Oh, okay.
Doodle master?
Well, you're not. I don't know. I'm not one of those people where it's like, I don't fucking care. It's like if you're starting out, you draw, but you draw like shit. Are you an artist? I don't know. At least you're trying, and at least you're putting in an effort. But you're an artist, but you're a shit artist, right? I'm not saying that's it about Chris, but
somebody was like, "Yo, like you don't call yourself an artist. Like somebody has to like refer to you as an artist." Exactly.
Yeah, it's like I think I've heard in Japan the term mangaka. It's like a revered thing where other people give it to you. It's like saying sensei. So when you create a new manga, as a creator, you're called sensei, but you don't call yourself that. Other people call it you when you're respected enough.
Yeah, but if you're an artist, how are you supposed to say like, oh, I will do art for you because I am an artist? Or do you just say because I make art? And then wait for other people to say, oh, they're an artist. Because if you're trying to make money and you're trying to do artwork as a job, don't you kind of have to say I'm an artist?
I think if you say I work as an artist, then probably the self-pretension reduces by wording it that way.
I mean,
that sounds like a nightmare. I'm just thinking about like, yeah, I'm an artist, but like you don't really know what you're doing and you're trying to get jobs. I'm just feeling bad for that client who's like, yeah, I'll hire you, and then is just like.
I mean, you are an actual artist who gets paid like money to make it. So.
I'm sorry.
I think.
You're an actual artist who gets paid money to make art. So do you say like, hey, I'm an artist, I will make your thing?
Well, I like started training and like started thinking about like going to like doing this as a profession, like when I was really, really young. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say I'm a rare bird, but.
Would you just go like, Do you say like I'm a?
Well, I was just
artist?
like, I'm gonna draw comic books when I grow up. I'm going to draw shit when I grow up, and I'm gonna get paid for it. Like as soon as I got like a Fangora magazine and a Starlog magazine and shit, and started realizing that people like drew stuff for the movies, it was like, oh fuck, it's on. Like I'm gonna draw monsters. I'm gonna draw spaceships.
Yeah, but you do more than that though, because you do like stuff for sports.
Yeah, I do other stuff, but that's like bread and butter. That's like reality. You know what I mean? Because the people who are drawing spaceships and monsters for a living are fucking really good, and like those positions are really small. Like that's why you get so much clout. Like if you're a fucking former Marvel or DC artist, like that means a lot because there's more Navy SEALs than there are working artists. Like think about that. Like there's more people in the NBA than there are like living artists working at Marvel and DC. You know, I mean, so it's like it's really elite. It's really like you're like, oh, I'm at this level. So it's like as you're trying to get to this level, like fuck, I really want to draw monsters and aliens and shit for a living. But like like okay, I'm trying to get to this point, but like I'm hitting all these other quality levels for these other jobs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, oh, I could do storyboards for XYZ and I'm really good at it and really quick only because I'm trying to get to this other level that's like way higher.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Am I making sense? So it's like, oh, you could paint, you could do all this stuff. It's like, yeah, I could do all that shit. But it's all like geared towards me getting better so that I could just draw monsters and spaceships.
When I was like pretty young, I was at a bar and I was like, I'm going to try calling myself a writer and see how it feels because I want to be one. And so somehow some guy, he asked me, he's like, so what do you do? And I was like, I'm a writer. And he's like,
how are you really young in a bar?
Well, I was like 21 or 22 or something.
I thought you meant like 7. I was like
21. You're a baby.
I was in a bar when I was 7 too, but it wasn't like the kind of bar that I should have been at because it was a place my mom should have been taking me.
You had a baby in a bar.
She was working there.
No.
Granda Comics in Spanish drawer has a good translation. Yeah, dibujante versus artista. I'm sorry for my pronunciation.
Wow.
Yes, I try. I'm trying to learn Spanish, but I'm really bad at it. No, it's dibujante. Okay. Anyways, I think that's more of the differentiation that I would make, because if you just call yourself an artist, that's almost a little pretentious in English. You almost have to add like a what artist. I want to call myself just an artist. Like I find it,
or tattoo
artist, exactly.
Or...
right. I've always said comic artist and illustrator. Or comic creator and illustrator. That's in all of my bios. That's always how I phrase it. I never say just artist because that sounds pretentious. And honestly, a lot of people,
I like using commercial artist.
I'm all for. Yeah, especially for you. You definitely would fit that.
I'm a commercial artist.
And like a lot of people who market themselves, I see them around. I mean, I'm all for marketing, right? But the people who go to the lengths of saying, I'm an all-around artist, I'm like poet, a philanthropist, like motion artist, comic artist. I'm like, fucking okay, so you're just self-indulged. You just really like listening to yourself, and you're just
okay there, Beyonce.
I know, and that's like too much, and I don't know. Maybe it's a cultural thing, but that is really distasteful to me. I think you should market yourself, but you should also just be realistic and be factual about what you're trained in and what you're experienced in. And that's all.
I saw a social media post from a woman who was like, I'm an artist. Just because I haven't done any art for the last 5 years does not mean I'm not an artist. It's like, what? You're trying to maintain the title without even doing any of it.
Whatever you think, Tiffany. Like, that's fine.
That just made my head hurt a little bit.
Yeah. I can identify as an artist. I don't have to actually do the art, but I am an artist. It's a way of life or something. It was like, what the fuck are you on about?
I know those fucking hippie types.
These,
that look
I
like
identify.
A hippie.
I
identify as a otter. You can't stop me.
So I told that guy I was a writer, though, and he goes, so you're a writer, huh? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you should write a story about me, my life. Call it I Almost Died. And I was like, oh, that's a good name for a book. And he's like, yep, I already got the first page written. The first sentence is, she was 15. I was 30. She was.
Fuck, bro. I'd be like, sounds like you're on your way to writing it yourself there, friend.
Take a seat, friend.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the bathroom and leave.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. I couldn't believe it.
That's nuts.
I was like, I'm not telling people I'm a writer anymore.
I've never had that experience when saying I am a writer.
You're ready to
You
write your own
learned your
obituary.
lesson.
I usually get what do you write? And then I have to say what I write.
I write checks my ass can't cash.
Oh, where can I see your stuff? And I'm like, do you really want to? Because I want you to know that people are constantly telling me that I am disturbing. So think about that before you go to where I tell you to go. And then they're just like going to my grandma like, is your granddaughter okay?
No.
She's like, why? I haven't read any of her books. And I'm like, yeah, quit telling my grandma to read my stuff, you fucking weirdos. My poor grandma. I want her to stay alive for another 20 years.
Yeah, that's how I feel every time it's so awkward because when I talk to my Taiwanese family, it's like I want to show my grandma my work, but I have to be very selective about what, not just my grandma, but everybody, all my family friends. I have to like select which pages don't have anything just anything offensive at all, like anything, any action, any blood, any violence, any monsters, because they would just like freak the fuck out. And it's,
didn't you say your mom was just like, that's nice. Like,
so chapter 1 of Fiendish opened by they find this guy who has been murdered in the woods, right? So it's like they figure out later that it's a monster. Anyways, so it opens up with a corpse that's been mummified and torn up, like ripped in half, guts everywhere, but also shriveled up. It's like gnarly as shit by Fiendish, everybody. But so I showed it to my mom, and she's like, "Oh, this is so horrible. Oh, he's hurt." And I'm like, "Mom, he's dead. He's been ripped in half." She's like, "I was trying to be nice. Why do you have to be so mean?" And I'm like, "Okay, this is not for my family."
Meanwhile, this is the cutest gore ever known to man drawn, because like you can't draw anything that isn't still appealing and cute. So even when someone's dead and all that, it's still actually a cute drawing.
It's not even that gory. I mean, I'm amping up the gore as I go, you know. Johnny for 5, thank you. As a guy who likes to draw my own comic book / manga style, I find it weird when people claim that I'm a cartoonist. Interesting. Well, everybody has their own preferences, right? So I don't particularly mind that. Like, for me, though, cartoonist means like fucking Calvin and Hobbes or Far Side. And that's what I think of. And I get it when people say it. It's not like I'm offended or some shit. But I think I would prefer, just comic artists. But I guess the layman on the street doesn't know that.
When I was looking for my egg beater artist, I was just like, hey, everybody, I'm looking for an illustrator for my comic. And someone was like, don't ever call a comic artist an illustrator because illustrators are for children's books.
Let that person go fuck themselves.
Sorry.
Fucking word police. Eat a dick.
I didn't know. Like, I guess I won't do that.
You should have redid it. You should have double retweeted it.
Done it again. Well, I didn't want to piss off, a potential artist stranger who might work with me to do my book. Like, so I was just
if he's that sensitive, do you really want to work with him? If he's gonna get all poopy pants about it.
Well, I didn't know, like
fuck that clown.
I didn't know, like, industry lingo,
Bitch.
It was the early days, and I was like, man, I don't want to go into, like, talking to a bunch of comic artists and have them be like, oh, she doesn't even know what she's talking about. She can't sit with us. So...
I know. Oh my god.
It was very pretentious.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't hire that person. I was just like, oh, I didn't know that artists didn't like that. Like, okay.
We don't mind it at all.
We don't.
Yeah, it turns out that was just one person. But I was like, man, I don't want to piss anybody off.
Illustrator is a nice term. That's a nice thing to be called, I think.
I don't know. I guess they thought that meant like that was synonymous with like children's books or something, but that I was like, okay, sorry. Didn't mean to be so terrible.
No, never apologize or back down from your style.
Just trying to find someone to give my money to.
I know, right? I just want to pay something. I don't know. I think if somebody wants to, for example, if I, for example, normally I draw, like fiendish, but if I choose to, of my own free volition, someday I want to do like a children's book and I want to do a different style, that's great. But I don't like it when the artists feel pressure to change their styles. It's probably because I spent so long forcing myself to draw in other people's styles for so many years. And I think a lot of artists they do that. And it's almost like it takes years and years for them to circle back and find what they actually like to draw. But it's not just drawing, it's writing, it's everything else. I'm really annoyed when people are pressured into changing their creative vision. Like, that's somebody's creative vision. If you don't like it, it's not for you, then you shouldn't be giving them advice. Like, you just don't like it it's not like you're not giving them critique. You're just trying to impose what you want on them.
Yeah. Also, Hyrule guy, no, that was not Ethan.
No, it wasn't Ethan. And Edward asked it, would I consider adding graded and CGC tier? I hadn't thought of that. I swear, like, fucking Shane and Yanzi are business geniuses, probably mostly Yanzi. Still love you, Shane, but it's mostly probably Yanzi's idea. Anyways, that was a really cool idea. I might do it. I hadn't even thought of that. Maybe for the next campaign, though, because right now I already have too much stuff, and I don't want to overload my campaign. Hyper Wizard, why the fuck are you chatting?
I don't want to interrupt. Rini, is Bochi one of your main style influences?
Thank you for asking while you're on the panel like a normal fucking person.
Just jump in. It's like hopscotch. You know what I mean? It's like,
hey, it's Vaughn Coleman. What's up, Vaughn?
Didn't even
find the rhythm and then you jump in.
Wait,
Vaughn,
can I ask a really dumb question?
No.
There are no dumb questions.
This might be dumb. What does graded mean?
It's basically CGC, this organization that I don't know how to explain it. You send them your comic and they grade it on how they take a look at it and see how damaged it is, if it's mint condition, what condition it's in, and they seal it in like this plastic airtight casing, and they put an official grading on it. And then that makes that comic worth more because it's been inspected by this official organization that's like, this is like, oh, it's like, this is 10 is like the highest grading, but they never give any comics that grading. So it's like, it's this 9.8, which is like probably the highest most comics get, or this an old comic, but it's kind of banged up. So it's like seal it
ourselves.
It's like this official grading that makes it worth more money. Yeah, it's like an official organization that we have. Each
comic that gets graded, it gets like a barcode and it gets put into a database and like tracked.
How much does that cost?
It's almost like making an original painting or original artwork out of a printed comic. Like, you get it graded by CGC and it becomes worth. It becomes officially certified. It gets the barcode and it becomes worth.
But you don't ever open it. Like, once it's sealed in, it's
right.
It loses value if you unseal it, because the whole point of sealing it is it's protected in the exact way as when you send it to.
How much does it cost to have them do that?
$10 billion.
Oh, okay, Boichi. No, actually, he's not Hyper Wizard.
No.
No, I found out about Boichi much later.
Okay. I just saw you talking about him on Twitter a while ago, and I was like, I wonder if that was like one of the main influences.
No.
James Edwards said they put their mushroom stamp of value on it. I'm gonna sign every book that I put out. I'm not gonna charge extra for signing.
I was going to do that until I got 1,500 orders, and I'm not complaining, but that's a lot of books to sign.
Oh, think about Cecil. He's having to sell like fucking. How many is he having to sign? Like 30,000 books or something? How many did he sell?
Yeah, I might still do it, but I'll have to drive out to Tennessee to sign the books. But I'm just not making promises because I don't want people to have that expectation. But I might do it, guys. Just because
I don't think I have enough to say like, oh, I won't do that. I'm comfortable.
You will.
Maybe I'm comfortable with saying that right now.
Beckett reader, everybody.
If somebody,
make Allie rich.
Somebody's like, I'm gonna buy 5,000 books just to make Allie's hand hurt.
Yes,
I won't complain about that, and I'll still do it. You know what? I will.
It's a good feeling, yeah, until you get to like 800 bucks and you just want to shoot yourself. In Minecraft, Joe Styler says Graham did it before. Oh, I misattributed this genius business idea. They got it from Graham Nolan.
Thank you, some person.
Writing. So for those who are writing and drawing their own book, what do you prefer when you get recognition or praise as an artist or as a writer? Oh, that's a really interesting question. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Writing and drawing? Oh, so you guys.
Yeah. If you're writing and drawing, do you prefer to be credited as a writer or an artist?
If you did both and you had to pick one?
I mean, I would prefer both. Yeah. Usually you would say both because under the credits you would have, it's like write story and sometimes you could split it like story and then the actual writer, so like the person who's actually doing the panel breakdowns, because every comic is different, and the person who's writing the dialogue, honestly that's the most important thing, like who wrote the dialogue, that's the actual writer. But you could have someone who came up with the idea who's the creator, so sometimes the artist came up with the idea, that's the creator, but the artist isn't as good as dialogue, doesn't know how to do the nuances of the writer to write the details, and then the artist writes off of that writer's draws off of that writer's script. So I mean, it's complicated. But I want to be credited for whatever I did.
What do you want to be complimented on the most? If someone looked at your book and you wrote and you drew it, I think what it means is, out of the two, which compliment would you appreciate the most? If someone said, two different people, one of them says, I love the writing in Fiendish, and another one says, I loved the art in Fiendish, which one would you feel better about, like value more?
I think at this point, just because I'm more confident about my art, I place more value in my writing being complimented. But that's just because, like, honestly, I know my art doesn't suck, guys. I've been drawing for a lot longer. Like, I know my art is fine. But I'm more insecure about my writing, basically. But that's not really a logical answer. That's like a personal, emotional answer.
Yeah, Maromi and EC are agreeing with you too.
Yeah.
The one with the most effort given. But I mean, really, of course, I want to be credited as both.
Yeah, but it sounded like it was praise.
Yeah, all right, yeah. At this point, I would rather be told that the writing is good because I'm more insecure about the wriing. I'm worried.
Well, good thing that we have that writers group where we all suck each other off about our writing all the time.
No, I want people to tell me I suck so I can improve.
Well, you can't lie.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, don't lie.
I'm
worried though, because I posted the whole PDF like weeks ago, and I know everybody's busy, but I'm like, okay, so silence says something too, and I know everybody's trying to be polite.
I read it.
I'll read it.
I read it until it said talk to you about it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and Dan Lawless liked it as well. I don't know. I've been, but I'm showing it to more people, and I'm just like, well, I know you guys liked it, but what if these other people I showed it to hated it? Hey, Billy. Billy, do you have the link? I'm gonna send you the link, Billy. I'm
Send the
sorry.
link. I'm gonna be bouncing. I'm going to bed. I gotta work.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Have a good night, Matt. Thank you so much
See
for
you, Matt.
joining.
Yeah, we got a second chance for Rock and Roll Ninja coming up.
Rock and Roll Ninja.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do my little bounce thing. Second chance for Rock and Roll Ninja coming up, and yeah.
There's Matt.
I'm
long is
doing
it?
a Grateful Dead
Yes,
poster
yes.
right now. I have no fucking idea what I'm gonna be doing, but.
Is the
Cool.
first Rock and
Everybody
Roll Ninja
follow
shipping soon?
Say?
Matt.
Is first Rock and Roll Ninja shipping soon? Because I backed it and I've been looking forward to it more than a lot of the book.
Oh, well, all the artwork is done on the inside, and we're doing all the designing and stuff, so it's going to be ready for print
Cool.
soon.
Nice. I want it.
Yeah,
want
man,
it.
it's coming, dude. It's coming. Yeah, man, Jerry Garcia. I'm supposed to be doing some licensed fucking Grateful Dead posters, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, which songs do you want me to use? And they're like, no songs, just like general stuff. So I'm like sitting here like, my brain is shit. I came up with like 4 different ideas. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, you can fucking shrink me down.
Okay, just follow Matt. I'm trying to fucking promote you, dude. Follow Matt.
I know. I appreciate you.
All right, you better. Cool.
All right.
Thanks for coming on, Matt.
Yeah. Later, guys.
Bye, Matt.
Good
See you,
night.
Matt.
Bye.
I'm getting sleepy too, so I might take off as well.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone's peeling off.
Nar.
Thanks for having me, Lorini. Maybe, yeah, if you're free tomorrow at all, let's keep streaming a little bit. Promote some Cerberus, maybe.
Okay.
Well,
Of
nice
course.
to see you again. Now that we know you're a Chad Narwhal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You need to come on with just the Chad picture as your icon and just keep that on, and then that would be
Yeah.
great.
It'll be a whole new life for me. So many doors
I
will
know.
open.
You'll have so many
Not
women
just
throwing
doors.
themselves at you. So hold on, let me give you full screen. Where can everybody find you?
YouTube Narwhal Books and Twitter Narwhal Books. And I streamed yesterday and I randomly picked up Cecil's Dead streams, 300 people watching. So I had a huge stream. I got 200
Nice.
extra subscribers randomly. So
Nice.
yeah, so that was cool. So sub and get in on that party. Check out my weird channel.
Cool. Teflon Ron wants to see some Rock and Roll Ninja art. I guess you have to tune in tomorrow. Narwhal will be streaming tomorrow late night. Do you know about what time?
No, yeah, just in the evening. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Before Jack show, make it a pre-Jack. I guess.
Well, actually, I don't even know what am I talking about. I don't know if Matt's gonna be there.
Pre-ejaculation show?
I'm retarded. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess follow Matt for that because Matt might not be on Narwhal's stream. But you should follow Narwhal to see Cerberus art, and I should be on as well whenever you start. So there you go. We'll be doing a pre-ejaculation show. There.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Yeah, it'll be fun. We've been talking about doing this forever, so appreciate it.
Okay. Good night, everyone. See you guys later.
Good night. Bye
See you, Narwhal.
bye. Bye bye.
Then there were
some more
3.
people. Let's see who else is up now.
What?
She's got to find other people to fill in for me and you, Allie. We're not good enough. We're not strong enough.
Why the fuck would you think that after?
Sorry.
Joking. She's trashed already. She's trashed. How many shots have you had?
A lot, but also that also wasn't a good joke. So that's more the issue.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm just kidding. Oh my god.
Yay.
Just kidding, not really.
I'm totally just kidding.
Oh.
She's only half kidding.
I'm only half kidding.
That's one of my favorite things to say.
Billy, if you're in chat, I sent the link on the Discord. So jump, Billy. Okay, we have this fucking Discord that nobody fucking checks. So I'm gonna send it directly to him on Twitter.
You have a Discord?
It's somebody else's Discord. I never visit it unless I'm dropping links.
I have a Discord, but I haven't been on in a long time.
Oh, yeah, I have a Discord too. I actually made a Fiender's Discord and I abandoned it because I'm not gonna talk about it. Things got weird.
There's just so much, it's so much to manage. There's so much to manage when you have all this stuff.
Yeah, I don't. I think you have to commit to it like a YouTube channel, and I didn't have the energy for that. Like, I have a website for Fiendish, and that's way enough for me, right? I have a blog. I do membership exclusive stuff on the blog. I don't need another fucking Discord.
It just turns into like, how was your day stuff. You know what I mean? Over and over again.
Teflon Ron wants to know where your colorist is, Rainy.
Wait, hold on. Where the fuck is the stream? I got lost. Oh, I was on Twitter. There we go. Where is my colorist? My colorist is Colombian.
I mean, that's what he asked.
Oh, what do you mean, Yvonne? Yvonne, I don't know. He has the link. He's been weird recently.
Why do you know what? That's the real question. Why do artists get weird? Like every once in a while, artists get just like real weird, and it's like I don't know what to do.
You're right. It's fine. Just leave them alone. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. Some artists just get weird, and for me, if I stream too much, if I socialize too much, I just like fall off the earth for a couple days. But some artists, they do this for like weeks. Okay, and I know like multiple people. That's not just for weeks. I know people who do this for months, and they'll like stream, and then they'll just not be around for months. And anyways,
well, I mean, I get not being around because it's like I'm in that place too sometimes where it's like I don't want to stream. I don't want to be online. I just mean like sometimes artists just get like real weird. Like,
what kind of weird do you mean though? You have to
I don't know. It's like a weird sort of artist PMS.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
Sure.
Sort of.
No, they just get up in their feels, and I mean, Jake, I haven't known you that long, but I haven't really gotten those vibes from you. But I know a lot of our other artists like that, and it's just how artists are. A lot of artists are very emotional people, and it's okay. There's nothing you can do. Just
like, could somebody just
check in on them and just act like normal, and they'll come out of it.
It's like just cut your ear off and fucking chill already. It's fine.
You can't fix them. Just say that you can't fix them. Like I'm not like that myself, but I've had to deal with other artists, and it's like you just have to kind of leave them alone.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't. So I do the whole thing where if I stream too much, you like you, Ellie, I'll just need a break for a day or two. But I don't do the whole. I know what you're talking about because I've seen it with other artists, and it's just the reality of it. It's not. I'm not like trashing on them or anything, but a lot of artists just kind of get in their heads a bit, and I think it's just the nature of what we do, where we're always demanding better of ourselves, and like a lot of artists get really stressed about how other people, because it's like you both have to be really sensitive and put a lot of stress on yourself to improve, but you're also putting your art out there for other people. And especially in the place that we're in, a lot of people are sort of coming through the ranks, and it's like there's a bit of imposter syndrome, but there's also a bit of stress, and you're also in this like, you know, with the space that we're in, you have all these crazy people on Twitter, so that adds on top of it, and you have like your old friends turning on you here and there, and even if you don't have a huge platform, there's some of it. There's some asshole coming at you on Twitter because of Comicsgate or something else. And I think a lot of artists just deal with a lot of anxiety already, and this online presence doesn't help them. So the best thing to do is just give them space and check in once in a while and tell them they're doing great.
Are you alive?
Yeah, it's just the truth. Like a lot of artists, and I had to learn this. All they need is you got to check in on them. Don't be overbearing, and just give them some positive reinforcement. And I'm not usually like that. I'm usually like, yeah, bitch, come on, what the fuck is wrong with you? But sometimes it doesn't help.
I can't do that. Like, sometimes I have artists that end up not working for quite a very long time or having a very low output just because, like, I can't be the dick. I can't be the hard boss. Like, the only response I ever give is like, don't worry, if you're stressed about it, you're not going to do any good work. So how about I don't care, you don't care, do whatever you can when you can, and it's fine. But that does mean that, you know, sometimes stuff doesn't get done for a very long time.
Yeah, you kind of have to put your foot down a bit, and that's been hard for me to an extent. But I think I'm hesitant to do it. But when I do put my foot down, I tend to be like overly harsh. But thankfully, so far, because I am starting to actually hire people. I hire a couple of colorists, and I'm hiring someone else for another project that's really secret and I can't talk about yet. Yeah, but anyways, everyone's been really good, and maybe I'm just lucky, but maybe I know how artists work, so I know to see the signs, and I only hire people that I know. Like, okay, seems like you are going to fuck around, because I've seen a lot of fuck around, because I've been around artists all my life. And it's not even that they're lazy. Like, the fact is, I don't know how else to describe it. Artists get in their feels, and they just like can't do shit. And a lot of people are like that. So
yeah, that's why
also,
that's why I called it like artist PMS.
Yeah. It's not every artist. It's just, I know what you're talking about. A lot of artists are like that. Well, oh, it's 5 in Australia. Should I send Bancroft and Rob the link?
You should send.
They're still on the Camel show, I think.
I know who you can send the link to.
Who?
What about the Barton Bros?
I should. I like the Barton Bros. All right. Let me see.
What the hell else are they doing?
Yeah.
Drawing.
What do you say, chat? You guys want to see the Barton Bros?
Drawing, yeah, they might be drawing.
Australia has. I scanned that drawing I did for you.
What?
I scanned the last time we were on a stream together. I drew your guy, the baker guy.
Oh, did you send it to me?
Egg beater. No, I've scanned it, but I haven't sent it to you yet. Should I just send it to you on Twiddles? Is it a DM?
I almost had a heart attack because I was just like, oh my god, did he send it to me and I didn't say thank you?
Oh,
my heart almost stopped.
No, don't worry.
I was like, oh
no. No, most of my DMs don't get read by people, so it's okay.
I try and read every single DM because every time like an artist or whatever has like written me,
Phil has the link.
It's almost always like super helpful and cool. So,
well, that's cool.
I try and make sure that I do that. Although recently on Twitter, I've gotten a whole bunch of like almost every day, I get 3 or 4 DMs that are like, hello, my name is Jennifer, and I would like to get to know you because you are cool. Here is my payment link.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's the reason I don't check my spam folder or the hidden folder where all the messages of people you don't follow go. And it's become a real problem because I used to be really good at checking that because sometimes like people will contact me about actual important business shit. But if I don't follow them, I stop not seeing it because all these weird spam group things, half of them would be like Japanese or Chinese chat rooms, and they would spam everybody with marketing shit or like a password like get rich quick, this or this. This is like nobody who has more than 2 brain cells would fall for this, and I have so many of them now. It's dumb. So I apologize if you're in, I don't follow you for some reason and I miss your message. Just tweet at me publicly to check my DMs.
It's really annoying because I don't get that many, but and also like I've gotten a lot of DMs where it's like, hey, can you help me edit or whatever, but like I do get a whole bunch of those weird spam ones, and it's always very specific.
I don't have any requests turned on. I like only people I follow and follow me back can send me messages.
That's nice.
Where is Narwhal? Narwhal went to bed. No one knows where Shane is. Nyrot.
Narwhal's a normal person, even though it's like 11 p.m. where he is and he went to bed.
It is 2 a.m. here in
Florida. Is nearly 7 in the morning here.
We are a worldwide organization.
Oh, I was really shocked, like how many people would just. I wasn't gonna stream through the middle of the night because I was like, oh, most people are probably American, and who the fuck is like up through the middle of the all
Literally
night,
everyone.
like me? Exactly, literally everybody. So, well, there you go.
Yeah, it's funny because if you think about it, all the Australians are on actually like normie time because they're up whenever Americans are up.
I know. Oh my
It's like,
God,
what
it's
is
so
it like
crazy.
waking up at 8 o'clock, you weirdos?
Oh,
Who wakes up in the morning?
Weirdos. Vaughn says 2 a.m. Yes, Vaughn, you're the same time zone as Georgia and Florida. Did you know? Should I send Vaughn the link?
Yeah,
I thought you already did.
Rainy and I are like
didn't.
3 hours away from each other, like if that. So we're
I'm
not
like
in a
right
different time
above
zone.
you. If it's like, boop, that's me above Ellie on a map. Right
yeah.
Yep.
Like I couldn't get there. I could get there in like 2 days on my scooter, but she could drive. She could drive down here in like 3 hours in a car.
I might stop by on my way to Tampa. That will be fun.
It kind of, it will be like 3 hours out of your way though. Like you'd have to drive down here 3 hours, and then you'd have to drive to the east, or I'm sorry, to the west another 3 hours, and then continue down another 6 hours all the way down to Tampa.
Oh, you're in the Panhandle?
No.
Are trains a thing over there? Could you not get a train instead of driving?
No, there's no trains in Florida. Shut up.
No, okay. What? Like a train? Fucking Amtrak to get derailed? I don't even know.
I'm just saying,
you know how
in the UK,
shit
there's trains
Amtrak
everywhere.
is? Okay, I took Amtrak from Savannah to Atlanta. What does this fucking everybody everywhere is England? Yeah, working train lines and shit. Let me tell you a story. I moved. So I was 17 years. Oh, actually, I think I turned 18 at that point. So I was moving from Savannah to Atlanta. Okay, so a fucking American train system, and I was like, I come from Taiwan where we have fucking working trains. So I was like, I don't have a fucking car. I don't have family here. I was all on my own, and I was like, I was moving from Savannah to Atlanta, and I had a bunch of luggage, so I'm not flying. So I booked a fucking train ticket. I got Amtrak, and I had like 3 suitcases and a giant duffel bag, and I had my office chair, which is all the piece of furniture I had with me. That I was like, everything else was like, the apartments I rented had beds and desks, but I was like, I love this chair because I'm an artist. I sit all day, so I was lugging this office chair with me on Amtrak, and I looked like a fucking clown because I had like all this luggage with me and like a giant duffel bag. Looked like I was carrying a corpse, and I was lugging a chair, and I was like lugging the chair in the aisle. Anyways, but the Amtrak service is, Jake, you don't know American geography, but so Savannah is like Georgia, but down, it's almost on Florida. So it's like fucking 5 or 6 hours away from Atlanta. But there's the Amtrak is so fucking garbage. There is no direct line, at least when I was taking it in like 2009 from fucking Savannah to Atlanta. So what I had to do was I had to take the Amtrak north. At least it just wasn't a ticket for it. I don't know why. I could not book a direct ticket. So I had to take it to Greenville and then to Raleigh, which is North Carolina. I had to go to South Carolina, then North Carolina, which is like 2 states away, and then to come all the way back down and come to Atlanta. And that took me like fucking 24 hours to get from Savannah to Georgia, which is like a 5-hour drive.
I have ridden a train, a big train that wasn't at like an amusement park, twice in my whole life. Okay? Twice. And I'm only counting the fact that it was one of those stupid, like, I'm a super duper fast train, like, and that was in Colorado, and so it was like super shitty and obnoxious, and they're like, oh, it goes so fast, it's a light rail. It's the light rail. It goes really fast. But it's like really annoying because you're on your bicycle, or at least I was on my bicycle, but there's nowhere to put your bike. So you have to drag your bike up the stairs, and you're standing there, and if you have your bike, you're not allowed to sit. But it's like, how am I supposed to stand in this freaking light rail that's going 1,000,000 miles an hour while I'm holding my bicycle? And then I didn't know you were supposed to buy a ticket. because I thought that it was free because it was like the light rail paid for by tax dollars because I was an idiot. So the lady came up and she's just like, "Excuse me, can I see your ticket?" And I was like, "I do not have a ticket." She's like, "Oh, really?" Like she looked at me like I was the scum of the earth, like freeloading on the gay ass freaking hippie light rail. So I was just like, I didn't even know you had to pay for it. There was no like person telling me to buy it. She's like, "Oh, you go to the kiosk and buy it with like your special card." And I was like, "Well, I didn't know that. So I'm just here with my goddamn bicycle." And she's like, "Well, you're gonna have to get a ticket, and you can't be on the light rail for a week." And I was like, "Okay, fine." So I just got off the train and didn't pay ever again because I only rode it again. But as far as trains go, dude, that's like freaking Harry Potter shit. Like, I go to Universal Studios and I've ridden Hogwarts Express more times than I have ridden like an actual train.
I actually have taken. Okay, so when I was in New York, probably New York is the only place that is really. I mean, there's a reason it's called New England. It actually does feel like Europe and England because everything is like packed and you have the metro, but the rest of America is fucking weird. Everything is only accessible by car. It's spread out as shit. The metro system is shit.
Weird,
the train system. The train system is basically only meant for cargo. And once in a while, they still have passenger service, kind of as a residue, because everybody at some point in the 20th century, everybody switched to air travel, so nobody really takes a train. It's like a novelty thing. So our train tracks, everywhere except for fucking New England, is just for cargo. So and it's this weird thing where I didn't know that because I come from Asia and like Taiwan has a fucking high speed rail, guys. How was I supposed to know that? It's like America's a fucking rich ass country. You don't have fucking high speed rail and the train tracks are shit.
Because we value.
I learned myself.
Because we value our land and we don't want it all fucked up by dumb stuff.
Thin metal
I don't mind that now, but it was like at the time it was so weird because I still think some regional high-speed rails would be nice, but I don't want America just like covered in rails.
Dude, I don't even want a bus system, okay? And I say that as someone who can't drive. And you know, I always took the bus. I don't even want a bus. You know why? Because light rails, buses, all that stuff, all it does is bring more crime. It brings more crime. It brings more people who are criminals. And I don't want that.
Hi, Vaughn.
That can be a city's thing.
That kind of is true. Just a lot of cities, the bus system. I mean, I know. Have you ever been to Atlanta and been on the MARTA? Oh my fucking! I had to put up with that. Hold on, I had to put up with MARTA. I didn't have a car for the first 7 years I was in America. Oh, Billy's joining us too. Awesome! Hello, guys.
Okay, yeah. Now he gets to get blocked. Hi, Billy.
What hey, party
Rainy, put me at the bottom so that when you highlight chats, there you go.
Okay, thank you, Ellie, for your sacrifice. But it's what was I saying? In
the bus system.
Oh yeah, the bus system in Atlanta is like disgusting and it's just all like crazy people but I don't know, it's almost like I think at first I was projecting what we have in Asia onto America, but it's just not the same. It's like you can't project the same kind of politics or the same kind of tax theory into the same country because it's a giant country and that plays a lot into it and different regions prefer different things and it's just not the same. So we just can't have something like what Europe has because we're not these small self-administering countries and we don't have the same kind of like
like I said, this isn't Harry Potter. Okay, so just like stop.
No,
we fought a war so that we didn't have to deal with your bullshit train system. Okay,
we fought a war so we wouldn't have to be Harry Potter.
I do on some level still. I still would like a train system, like not like the whole country covered in it, but regionally or at least one high-speed rail across the whole country. I think that would be really cool.
No,
I think that would be cool. I love
all it's gonna do is just spread crime. I
Oh,
have.
no,
That's what I'm talking about.
no.
All it's gonna do is spread crime.
How?
Have you been on? No, high-speed rails are expensive. They're clean. They're really expensive. They're not. I know if you go on most train systems in America,
Really
because
quiet,
it's
Billy.
cheap, it's garbage. But high-speed rails, because it's expensive, like even in the shittiest countries I've been, even in places where there are crime, it doesn't spill over onto the high-speed rail, and it's such a nice thing to have.
The high-speed rail system in Colorado is part of what made me leave Colorado. Like,
really?
Why?
Yes.
Explain this.
Well,
you should have taken matters into your own hands.
so in the beginning,
up.
right, all it was you know, jokes about how everybody who doesn't understand Colorado came from California and they're fucking up our state, and they litter. Well, and they littered, and it was like, haha, they don't know how to drive, right? That was the joke when I was growing up. Well, then it turned into, oh man, what we have to do is legalize marijuana, and it'll be really awesome if we legalize marijuana because...
Yeah.
Oh, so it's Californians' fault?
No,
Yes.
Colorado was first.
But then why didn't...
I know.
but then why didn't California...
I'm explaining. Okay. Because it was Californians who came to Colorado and dug their little fingers into our laws because everybody was super chill in Colorado. So they were like, hey, what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that at all, like, I think it was like half of the tax dollars, or no, it was 80%, 80 cents on the dollar was going of every tax dollar sold from dispensaries, marijuana dispensaries, was going to go to local schools. Well, who's going to argue with that? What a great idea. Weed is going to pay for our schools to get better. Well, do you know what happened? There was no oversight into that. So all that happened is all the superintendents and the higher staff gave themselves bonuses and gave themselves more money. So our schools were still shitholes. And once they had too many dispensaries, they were giving out too many licenses for dispensaries, so they had to start saying, okay, we can't do anymore. And what that meant was that everybody in the United States who just wanted to get high moved to Colorado.
Yeah.
And they didn't understand Colorado. So Colorado starts turning into a shithole. All of these people who just want to be homeless, because there are people who just want to be homeless, they just moved to Colorado and they're like, oh, we're hippies. We're just going to live on the street and do whatever we want. And awesome. What that created was a huge gap of really, really rich hippies, you know, like yuppies, because there's a lot of tech in Colorado too. And then all of these like drug addicts and super poor people who and Democrats.
Nothing I hate worse than the poors.
No, because I grew up poor. It's not, but it's not the same kind of poor. It's people.
But I think if you saying you don't like having drug addicts and homeless people on the street isn't the same as saying you hate the poor. It's that you don't like policies that enable that and don't solve that issue.
Exactly. And so the Democrats who started getting like far lefty, like leftist liberal people, they started and I don't have anything against marijuana itself, okay? It was the way that it was implemented. It was implemented poorly because people were just too excited to get high. Fine, whatever. You're grown-ups, that's fine. But because like that was one of the worst things that Colorado could have done, because all it did was create this magnet of all these like weirdos. And now they actually made it legal, just like in California, where you can pitch a tent like anywhere you want, even in downtown Denver. So
I'm pitching a tent right now.
Yeah, pitching tents.
Oh my god. So
and Ali's like, the train did this.
I'm getting to
the train.
We're starting to get tents everywhere, and I'm like, I don't understand what the fuck.
It was not always a shithole, Zeno, not like it is now. Yep. So anyway,
not until the trains came to town.
Yes, let's get to the trains.
When it gets to the trains, I'm almost there. So what they did was they said, okay, well, we know that in Denver and in like Arvada and Boulder and Fort Collins and Colorado Springs are where all of the like rich people are, but they're doing a lot of long commutes, right? Because it's the plains of Colorado. And so they're like, what we're going to do is we're going to put in the light rail, which is what you're talking about, the like Amtrak or whatever. Like, and they're like, you're going to be able to go from here to here really fast. Well, all that did was make a bunch of places that built apartments that cost too much, which drove up the cost of everyone's apartments. So now a 2-bedroom apartment in the shit part of town is $2,000 and no one can afford to live there. And everyone who moved there didn't understand Colorado. So there are campsites there now who, when you go there, it's just covered in garbage. Like, and so I had to fucking leave. I had to leave. And
like the root of the problem
trains,
isn't really the trains. It's
trains contribute. No, trains contribute to that.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I think trains are a symptom. They're not the actual problem.
Excuse me. If I may.
No, you may not.
Okay.
Let me finish my sentence.
Trains contribute to that because all of the freaking homeless all the freaking homeless sleep and live on the trains. That means crime went up. And now all the trains that are the freaking light rail, you can't even ride on it because now it brought the crime all the way from downtown all the way up to Fort Collins. It just makes this long crime trail in all of these places where all of these rich people live. So it's basically just California now.
It sounds like the issue. It sounds like the issue. It's not that your concerns are don't matter, because I see the same kind of shit happening to a lot of other cities, and I have similar concerns for parts of Atlanta. But I don't think the issue is so much trains as it's obviously the government and it's obviously policies, because I've been in places where having that kind of transportation, having a good metro system and having a high-speed rail, this kind of shit works. But you need a government that actually doesn't fucking tolerate all kinds of stupid shit and doesn't tolerate having homeless people everywhere on the streets and drug addicts. They don't like hand out needles to drug addicts on the street and all that kind of stuff. You don't bring California to the rest of the country. If you tackle that, then we could have a perfectly lovely train system and high-speed rail.
If they could do that, then I might be more open to it. But it's always how it is. Like, all the people who want to be homeless are the ones who do drugs, and they bring it, and everything looks like shit, and it all falls apart. And I have to leave Colorado that I love.
Well, I agree that in America, the whole idea of having a high-speed rail and all these other ideas are tied to Californian policies, and that
Black like the sunset trains phobia.
That annoys me so much, because it's not a Californian thing. It's that Californian policies make these things seem unappealing to the rest of the country. It could work if only Californian ideals and politics got the fuck out of it.
California can't real.
I have a question. that you were like very insistent on would be answered by the end of this rant. However, it did not get answered by the end of this rant. So I would like to ask this question. If it was Californians' fault, why did Colorado legalize weed first?
Because they took advantage of the naivete.
Oh, the poor Colorado.
Do you think that Colorado is more naive than California?
Absolutely.
If it wasn't, like, please save the poor Coloradans from the big bad California.
Wait, and you think that Colorado caved faster to Californians than California did to Californians?
No, but when it comes to marijuana, yes.
You and your mountain ways bringing people in.
I guess there's a difference between being just chill about marijuana and being an insane communist. Those are two different things.
Well, so California has the disadvantage of having Hollywood there. So some of their priorities were different than Colorado priorities.
Right.
Everybody in Colorado, all the Colorado, natives, Coloradoans, just want to fucking chill and fish and go hiking in the mountains and stuff.
And smoke weed, apparently.
Some of them do, yeah.
A significant portion, one could say.
I
Enough to pass laws.
You got a problem with the weed?
I think it's for hippies, and I don't like hippies.
I have a problem with how it was done, and that there was no oversight.
Yeah.
The way that it was done was incorrect, which is what it is, because no one had ever done that before. You know, like it's a drug. So
John Malin's in chat. He's a fan of the weed. Better be careful, guys.
Weed is for hippies, John. Don't be a hippie.
You know, people keep on talking about, like, a lot of artists just say, oh, this type of weed just puts me in the zone. And I'm like, I've never encountered that type of weed. I hate all of it.
Yeah.
And you do you. I'm not trying to control anybody else, but I've never found weed that I like.
I mean, I was friends with a bunch of hippies. I tried marijuana 3 times. It's just not for me. You can do whatever you want. I'm friends with the one of the guys who works for the second biggest grower in Colorado. He's super
I have
chill.
friends that do weed too.
I don't have a problem with it. But I have.
Wizard, how did you get kicked?
Hello.
My camera fucked up. Whenever Allie walks into like Walmart and sees Thomas the Tank Engine train,
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Did she get triggered?
No,
so sorry, Jake.
Because I grew up. I loved Thomas the Tank Engine. That was one of my favorite things. It was my favorite show. I used to have a train set that worked with magnets.
Oh, we're best friends.
I had that too. I had the train table.
It was super cool, and it was like wooden, and it had magnets, like, and so you could set it up so it would keep going. Is that a train book?
All the Thomas the Tank Engine original books in like one huge slipcase hardcover thing.
Oh my god, nice!
Look at this.
I used to. I was Thomas the Tank Engine for Halloween.
Bring that shit
2
out.
years in a row. It's pretty.
Thomas the Tank Engine, motherfucker.
Did you just say Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, man, tanking, motherfucker.
Shame on. I'm gonna kick Jake again. I'm gonna.
I have cringed all that I can cringe.
She's had enough fun when
I'm out of my cringe compatibility.
Look at these! Look at these wonderful original illustrations of these pissed off trains.
Hold up, Red Dress. Wait, Red Dress Press. I don't have PTSD from riding the rails. I don't know what you're talking about.
Get wrecked.
Chris, I don't next to the trains.
I don't go on your show because it's usually just it happens at a bad time for me because I homeschool. So all day I'm doing homeschool stuff, and you're
still in school, Ellie?
No, I have a child.
She has a child, Jake.
I know.
Yeah, you are still in school,
and
you have
so
a child.
Kicking him. I'm so.
Yeah, I'm a teen mom.
Goodbye, Jake.
I'm a teen mom.
Welcome back.
What am I doing here? I'm not a grown up. No, do you know what's ridiculous? I was at the freaking library the other day, and because my kid has chess club, and she's like, "Oh, I made this friend," and I was like, "Oh, cool. We'll meet her if she's homeschooled. You know, we'll meet her mom. Go get her mom." Her mom comes over, and she's just like, "Oh, are you her sister?" And I was like, "Look, you don't have to like kiss my ass. Like I'm 35. I don't look 12. Like shut up." It was ridiculous. I was like, just. I don't even want to talk to you now because we started out on the wrong foot because I know you're just kissing my ass. Like, I know I look young when I don't have makeup on because I have freckles, but stop it.
On my ass, kid.
I'm an old lady.
Allie doesn't even like simping in real life.
Yeah.
You're an old lady. All right.
So
what does that mean?
So the legend goes.
Look,
I like trains.
Yay.
Me too.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I like trains.
Did you guys ever hear? Well, people in the chat are saying that like I'm afraid of them. So
yeah, well, they have a valid point. You went on a whole fucking rant for 20 minutes about trains. But it was barely even about trains because it was like a build-up. It was like the first. You're a writer. The first act of your story that you were telling was like 90%
so much a fear,
of it.
but an unreasonable conclusion, I would say.
No, it was 90% of her thing. Okay, I'm right.
Okay.
Like, you know, you can censor me, but I'm speaking the truth.
You can censor.
Nobody's censoring you.
She's moving stuff around.
Chris, hey, Allie, Chris is offering to have you on Saturday.
Dial tone.
So you know.
I just have one.
Oh wait, that's April Fool's Day, so it's gonna be like April Fools. You're not invited.
Oh my gosh,
no,
we're not gonna do that.
Did you guys ever watch Shining Time Station? It was on like around the same time as Thomas the Tank Engine, and it had freaking Ringo Starr.
Ringo? No, Ringo Starr was in Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh well, what was the Shining Time Station one?
I don't know. It sounds like a knockoff.
Shining Time
that
Station.
sounds like what the Americans would call like the island of Sodor.
No, they called it Island of Sodor. All right, I know that because I watched it. Yeah, it was an excellent television program.
Did they still call him the Black Controller?
They had like puppets that lived
British
inside
people
a
have to make up
jukebox.
insults because Americans keep winning.
Oh my god!
What? You mean the wars?
Yeah.
Everything.
We win every war we start.
Oh, how? No, you don't.
Trains are not the root of all evil. Oh my god!
You win every war you start. Which ones?
Yeah.
No, I was doing an impression of Vaughn.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not what I was saying. Actually,
World War champions.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm a British citizen legally, though. Actually, not even kidding.
What? How the fuck are you?
Because I was born there. In Britain? Yeah.
Oh, weirdo. Cheater?
What do you mean? You weren't born in America either.
Freak. No, I actually... And that's not why I wasn't born in America. That's not why I have American citizenship. I have American citizenship because I have an American parent. It's not the same.
Yeah, so do I. My parents are American too. They were just living in England at the time.
I'm not saying you can't have American citizenship. I'm saying you shouldn't have like foreign citizenship because are your parents foreign?
Yes, they're from the U.S. They were from the U.S. They just were living in they were living in London, and then I was born there, and then they moved back.
That's not what I asked. I asked, are any of your parents not American?
Fleeing political.
No, I said they're both American. I said they are both American. Both meaning two, meaning one.
So why do you have foreign citizenship?
I explained it because they were living in London at the time, and I was born there.
That's retarded. I don't think.
How is that retarded?
Okay, so in Chinese,
they applied for the citizenship.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Well, in Taiwan, here's how they do things, and this is why it's better.
No, it's not. It's not. Listen, I wasn't gonna say that, except you started yapping your mouth.
Yo, why are you being a douche on her own
Actually, she was gonna talk about Poland, so how about that?
Vaughn is always a douche on my show. Thank you, Skull Leader. Birthright citizenship. That's right, Skull. There you go.
No, they don't. We applied for it.
Wait, doesn't that mean that you would have dual citizenship?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Double agent.
So dual citizenship isn't the same as just like total citizenship.
No, it's the same.
Citizenships.
Like it barely like.
No, it's the same. You can vote in two countries. It's weird, but you probably can't be president because in most countries you can't hold political office if you have another like foreign passport or something.
Yeah,
I was going to say I was just going to mention that the word for birthright citizenship in Chinese is funny because it's literally called luo diji, which means drop ground citizenship. So whichever country you drop on the ground in, you have citizenship in.
That's
I think it's silly because a lot of fucking Chinese people do this. They come to America or Europe or Britain and they're just on a vacation and they're here to give birth and then they go back and their babies have American or UK.
Oh, that's not what my parents did.
But right, UK doesn't have it. But in America, and they just have American or Canadian citizenship, and all they do is they fly here for a couple months, they drop their baby on the ground, and they have American citizenship, and they don't give a fuck about America, but they have the citizenship and they can vote. And I think
I wish they wouldn't do that.
I agree, that's stupid. That's
smart.
Really
yes,
that should be.
I am against birthright. Not like whatever you call it, birthright, or like if you're born there, you have a country or you have a citizenship. That's dumb.
Revoke the citizenship of all of them.
Rini,
2024.
do you have a Chinese name?
Rini? It's Irene.
No, she does have a Chinese name.
Oh, she does.
Say your name in Chinese.
Oh,
really?
Thank
you, sell by date, anchor baby.
It's okay. Even if Rini tells it to us, we're not gonna know how to spell it.
Oh. She's not answering. She won't answer the question.
Should she?
What was the question? Do I have a Chinese name?
Yeah. What does your name sound like in Chinese?
Xian Rui.
John Wayne?
That's what I said.
Hey, Rina's name is Chinese. John Wayne?
I said the same thing when she told me.
John.
I don't know what's wrong with your ears.
I did it too.
Wait, say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, uno más.
It's
吃安瑞.
John
Pretty
Wayne.
close. Yeah.
no, Rainy. I told you it's from a movie. Remember?
I know who the
Jackie,
fuck John
Jackie
Wayne
Chan,
is.
Jackie Chan movie.
No, not John Wayne. Like the John Wayne like joke. It's from a movie.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, I do. To be fair, I have an exceptionally hard to pronounce Chinese name.
Why did they do that to you?
Most Chinese names are like Wong Wong Ting Tong, and it's much easier.
Wong Wong Ting Tong. That's my best friend's name.
Yeah.
We grew up together.
Oh, they're gonna kill me. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. That was funny.
Oh, you are fake Asian, so maybe you shouldn't be
I
talking
am.
like that.
I don't care. They've already canceled me. What else can they do to me?
Yeah.
It's a joke, guys. It's a fucking joke. Calm your fucking tits, assholes.
John Wayne.
Yeah, your Chinese name is John Wayne.
Yeah.
It's not, dude. I was arguing with somebody on Twitter about fucking some light jokes about Asian accents and Asian names totally don't offend me. I think it's fucking funny. But then, like, one of those, when the Hogwarts controversy was going on like a month or so ago, like, these bitches were going on all of a sudden about how Goldstein and all these, like, other Cho Chang, but also, like, Seamus Finnegan, how he was racist because he liked to blow things. I'm like, okay, I don't know about that. What? I didn't register that when I was reading it when I was like 12, because
Seamus liked to blow things because he was
blow things up.
What?
Blow
things up. Oh, that is not what you said.
Jesus, Allie,
yes, that's
get your
what I
mind
said,
out of the
Allie.
gutter.
You didn't say up.
Oh my god, Allie! I did say that.
You didn't say up. You said
I
blow
did say that.
Listen,
you're just not listening.
As much as I think she said blow things up. I think she did.
I did.
But she could have said blow things. If she did say blow things and
How-
didn't say up, then I'm sorry I missed the opportunity for that joke.
Can I finish my fucking point?
Yes.
How is it racist though if he's Irish? Isn't he Irish?
I wasn't actually talking. I mean, I don't even know about that, but because I'm not Irish, so I can't speak to that. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck if you think Goldstein or like Seamus or whatever was racist. I don't care. But my point was Cho Chang is not a racist name. It's a legit Chinese name.
Yeah, that's a
Cho
Chang.
I know, like, people are like, well, like, Chinese names sound like sound effects and shit, but I mean, I don't care if they're all these like fucking J.K. Rowling haters were like, well, she didn't do the research. It's just a coincidence she came to that name. I was like, I don't care. It's not racist.
Well, I mean,
it's actually a legit Chinese name. Like, some Chinese names just sound like that. Okay?
I mean, there's probably some little girl who's like really happy that she could see her name in Harry Potter.
No, Ellie, this is why I was so fucking annoyed at this, because what I read Harry Potter when I was 12 or 13, and I read the Chinese edition. Actually, I think I read both. I read the English and Chinese edition.
Is her name Cho Chang in the Chinese edition?
Yes, it's Zhang Qiu.
Yeah, Cho Chang.
So the surname is reversed, right? Because in Asia, the surname comes first. It's Zhang Qiu. That's how you pronounce it. Zhang Qiu. And that's the official translation of her name in Chinese. And when I first saw the name in English, I'm like, that's totally what it's translated as in Chinese. And then these fucking idiots on Twitter are like, that's not exactly how the Wade Guile romanization is. You're just making this up. And it's like, oh, really? But she came up with like Seamus Finnegan and Goldstein, and like she has like racist goblins, so it must be a coincidence. Like, do you really think she wasn't trying to be racist? I'm like, I don't care. My point is, you guys are fucking idiots because this is a real Chinese name. So like, calm your tits.
I often, when I look up foreign, when I'm coming up with a character, I'll do like our common first names of country of origin and then common last names, and I'll just like mix and match them. That's what I often do.
They should have named them Don
Which I think
Juan.
is probably what she did. Cho, okay. Chang, okay. Boom. That's it.
Probably. I mean, I don't think J.K. Rowling is like an amazing writer or anything, and
She's not an amazing writer, but she's a
She's
good
not.
world builder.
Yes, and I definitely don't think she put a lot of thought at all into her characters and the research. That's why there are a lot of stereotypes. But you know what? That's not a fucking crime. She probably did exactly what you said, Vaughn. She just did the basic research and was like, this is a first name, this is a last name. Let me just smack them together. But you know what? Just because it's a bit of a stereotype doesn't mean the character is fucking racist, and doesn't mean that's a fake name, and doesn't mean you fucking Twitter weirdos need to be flipped out. It makes sense for you guys to act like you're offended on my behalf just because you don't like her opinions on some other political stuff.
Right?
It was annoying. Anyways.
I finished my
John
drawing.
is mocking me for being single. Let me share Hyper Wizard's drawing. Oh, that's cute.
That's the one I did
It's
earlier today, and this is the one I did on this stream. I tried.
Thanks
doing
for
this
flicking us off. I like that. That's pretty.
Yeah,
I like
good.
the one on the right.
Yeah, you like this one more?
Yeah, I do.
She's
This
like,
one's more
"Tee-hee."
confident. This one was like messy, but like.
I like the one on
Can
the
I show
right.
you another drawing to see if you like it, Rini? Another character?
Yeah, sure. What,
Okay.
the scrotum one?
No,
It's
no,
it's a wonder Irene is single with all the yelling. I mean, that's just me. You're just gonna put up with it.
Danky Frankie makes a good point. Yeah, people need to be offended by the name Peter Rasputin. Yeah, they named the one Russian character in X-Men Rasputin, and no one got offended by that.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Did they really?
Yes, his name is literally Peter Rasputin.
Yeah, Colossus.
Yeah. That's okay. They were like, all right, famous Russian
but
people.
they consider Russian to be white, so
yeah, so it doesn't matter. You can't be racist.
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what always confused me is like suddenly like if I'm hanging out in a group of people and it's like people can make fun of British accents, Irish, Italian, but then as soon as you do like Mexican or something, then that's even if it's just an accent, that's suddenly a problem. But then it's like
or an African,
but you can
country in Africa.
Yeah, you can do any dialect. You could do Southern dialect. You could do whatever. But then as soon as it's someone who's not white, suddenly it's like a whole different. Isn't that more racist? Separating it on skin pigmentation? Because
I don't have any problems with it. You fire away. You can do any kind of accent you want, man.
Yeah.
Especially the Indian accent, my friend. It's not a racist.
Oh, right. Like how when you do an Indian accent, even though it's a fact. Like
Yes,
people in India
accent,
speak
you can do
English
that,
with
friend.
and they get really offended if you do an Indian accent. I think it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's kind of I don't need to explain it. You guys know how I feel about it. Oh yeah, nice. What you got like everything in this little portfolio of all the drawings you did mocking Comicsgate.
Look, I redrew. John said that we drew this one wrong. Like Ethan said, the joke was it was like John and Ethan holding Shane. So I like tried to redo it.
It was, but I was trying to protect your feelings, so I didn't tell you about it.
Oh, you told me. You told me what to draw.
No, you already drew John, so I was like, it's fine. It's funny.
There's Camel Moon.
Oh, dear.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, disavow.
That's what I think about.
Oh no. We don't.
No, this is the real Camel. This is Camel Moon and Bancroft and Rob.
Aww.
Okay.
Is it super chats? Is that you can start getting those when you get monetized, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
You have to
there
get
are
a
like other
license
websites where you can set it up to get like a version of Super Chat.
I don't need no
Super
knockoff.
Chats,
I'll get the
Super
real
Chats
deal.
just go through YouTube.
John Malin says endorsed.
Yeah, I'll earn those subscribers.
Don't listen to him. Not you, John Malin.
Why? What did John say?
He endorses the Camel Moon drawing.
Oh.
Because of course he does.
Yeah.
Well, I like these Succubi Girl. That's cute.
You know, John, I would describe you as stunning and brave with your opinions.
Rini, this is the one I wanted to show you.
Don't tell him that. Don't kiss his ass. Fucking ass.
I'm not kissing his ass. It is stunning and brave. Whether they're good or not.
Fucking
That's supposed to be Rainy also?
No, this isn't Rini. This is another character.
Oh.
Yeah, I hope to God you didn't draw Rainy like that. Yeah, that doesn't look.
I think that picture Narwhal drew of you is one of the best pictures I've seen drawn of you, actually.
Mine of Irene was pretty good.
Came out really good.
Where did I put it?
Killed that.
I don't. I have
Is this for something
prosopagnosia. I don't
Hyper
know
Wizard?
what your face
Yeah,
looks
it's
like.
another character from a different book idea that I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
It's all
What
I've got.
about the demon girls? What about these?
Yeah, she's called Elowen. She's a fuckybus. She's one of
I've written on one of those before.
Sorry.
You liked. I think she likes Elowen. Her whole aim is to prevent the hero from completing his journey by trying to get her to fuck him. And yeah.
So, is your book a comedy?
No, it's a very serious drama.
Okay.
Xeno XSL for 10. Thank you. So someone should give reading a super chat. Thank you very much, everybody. We have a very special guest. Are you guys all ready?
Oh my god.
No.
Welcome. Hi, Ethan.
Ethan,
How you
doing?
Hey guys.
What's up? Hello.
Hi, ladies and
Thanks
gentlemen.
for joining us. We're just shooting the shit in the middle of the night. Thanks for
I love
joining
it.
us.
And John
I hope we
Millen's on
don't
the top.
scare you. He is. He has a link. He should pop in and help us and destroy the stream because that's what we're doing right now.
What are we
It's
looking
not
at here?
destroyed.
I just had my folder out. I was showing Rini some drawings I was doing.
Oh, hi, Hyper Wizard. How are you doing?
How's it going, Ethan?
Good.
This is Hyper Wizard's folder of all his drawings mocking comic skaters, but in a friendly way.
Do you recognize these guys, Ethan, at all?
It's okay, Rob. It's good the doctors found it early. Cheer up, buddy. Oh my gosh, is that me or no? That's Bancroft. That's
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. I got it.
Rollerblades give it away.
And then you got Camel Moon down there. I think. Okay.
I'm not going to assault Ethan with the rest of the drawings in this folder, Rini. I don't want to assault.
Are you sure? I mean,
you want to turn to the first page because you're on the
No.
first page.
Okay, let's not do that one.
Here's a nice one. Look, I think Ethan's here.
Don't you have some?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Shane looks
Jake's really
terrific.
good at. Yeah, Jake's really good at
Shane.
caricatures and drawings. Look at those.
That's Rini, right? It's not Anna. It's Rini.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's me. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait, no, that's not Rini.
You look so happy.
I can't lift this folder up because he'll see.
Oh my gosh. Stop being nervous. Just show all the. Oh, that's Jake trying to embarrass me. Anyways, we can go back to me doing serious work on my comic, so Jake won't have to continue embarrassing himself.
Congratulations on doing such a good job on fucking Ripper today, Ethan. Hell yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I
that was
appreciate
good.
that. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a really good stream.
Yeah, it
I'm
was fun.
surprised you're still up. It's so late.
I slept all day to be able to do that live stream. So yeah.
Oh. Well, welcome.
And now
Thank
he's
you.
awake.
Yes.
Yes.
And now I'm like, where is everybody? Where is Shane Davis? Where is John Malin? Where are these guys?
Oh,
John's
Rini,
in the
put me on the
John-
bottom again.
Is in the chat and not joining.
Yeah.
He has a link because I posted this in the King's room, as you saw. But John is deciding to just bother everybody in chat and not join.
Is he drawing right now? John, are you drawing right now? Come in here and draw with these gentlemen and ladies.
It's called heckling. John loves to do
He
it.
better be drawing, but he's not because he's been chatting every 2 minutes and heckling us.
John is afraid of Rini's prowess.
John said too much rage in there for me.
I doubt that. But well, welcome. I'm just trying to finish this comic page, and we've been drunk
ranting,
shooting the shit for like 3 hours at this point.
John doesn't
You
like all
have
the
too much
train
rage in here for me.
Yep. That's what John said.
Yeah, Rini's
no
been ranting
rage. I'm
about
not-
trains for like 10 minutes.
That wasn't
what about
me.
trains?
No, that wasn't Rini.
That was me. We don't
Oh,
all look
Allie.
alike.
She did a rant first, and then Ali passed the buck and did another whole rant. There's a very anti-train chat going on.
Not
It
anti-trains.
wasn't.
Stop.
I wasn't even
very-
ranting about trains. What are you talking
What are
about?
we
You know what, Rini? Let's talk about dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are cool.
Dinosaurs! Yes, I love dinosaurs. Yeah, I was a big fan of Dinotopia, and I was showing everybody all the childhood art books that I had that I bought again because I was recommending people get some of these art books because there's all this weird stuff for kids out there now, and I think we need more wholesome stuff. So let's go back to what everyone used to read as kids, and let's find all those books we grew up reading and give those to our kids.
I don't know if I ever watched or read the books. Was it because I know there was an animated one and there was also a live action. Which one was first? I'm trying to remember. There was like an animated, yeah. Dinotopia. There was like an animated. There was a movie too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
TV show
or the TV show? Yeah, the TV show.
There's a whole TV show about it.
Yeah,
there was a TV show.
Yep. It was 3 episodes.
You're obsessed with Dinotopia and you never saw the TV show?
Why would an animated one too? The TV show, Jake.
Didn't have any behind.
Yeah, there was an animated movie too.
Taiwan.
I remember seeing
the Asian Iron Curtain.
Dinotopia: Quest for the Ruby Sunstone.
Jake, I didn't even have cable TV. Okay, you have to understand. I grew up with books, and we had a television, but it wasn't hooked up to cable, and we had VHS tapes, and all I had was books. So I'm an only child. I had to entertain myself with just drawing and books, and that's why I'm a giant weirdo.
Nice.
Let's go back
I had
in
all
time
those
and
things.
be
I'm
friends.
still a weirdo.
Honestly, it's not so bad. It's like a nice childhood, you know. I think more people should grow up like that. It's pretty nice, to be honest.
Playing in the dirt is the best.
Like, you really don't need all this stuff. Like, I mean, who am I to speak? Because I'm not a parent, and I understand it's a lot of work, and it must be stressful, but it does bother me when I see people that just basically throw an iPad at their kids, and they don't then they don't monitor anything that their kids are doing. I'm like, okay, I know you're stressed, but really, I don't.
Yeah, there are kids doing things that they shouldn't.
It seems irresponsible because I'd rather throw a book or just fling a book.
At a child.
Actually, had a teacher throw a book at me because I went to Asian school and they would throw things at you, and they would also hit you with rulers because welcome to Asia. But
they would do that at Catholic schools too.
Yeah, Asian school is basically like Catholic school, is what I've gathered.
Yeah, the principal had a wooden paddle at my school.
Here in America, they're just like, do whatever you want now, children. There is no discipline for anything.
Yeah.
I think there can be a difference between being overprotected and being sheltered and just being just free range, basically. And I think a lot of kids now are basically free range. And that's like, okay.
The kids in public school here are total lunatics.
It's horrible. It's horrible. The public schools here are horrific.
Ideally, what I'd want to do is have if I could do it, like a film, and especially now with all them going back and censoring stuff, like a film and comic library and books apparently too. I gotta get because they keep going back and censoring stuff now, so I gotta get on that. Like even the other because I was shocked, so I waited for like this anniversary edition of this comic I liked, and they censored it. And so I had to go back and seek an earlier print.
Which one?
X-Men God Loves Mankind. It's funny because it's one of the ones that they're always like, see, they were always woke, and then they still censored it.
That's interesting. I saw you were talking about this on Twitter. What's your take on this? If you want to, I kind of
here's
saw
the
what
thing.
you were saying about
so
this. So
with the X-Men, like people are like, oh, it's always been woke. Okay, look. First of all, it's there's a lot of misconceptions, like a lot and straight up myths. One of the things is say what you want about the X-Men, but they were not. Now they are literally a cult living on an island, right? That's what they are. Now my favorite character is literally a cuckold. Wolverine, Cyclops, and Jean Grey are fucking each other, and they would never do that. They would never. And even if you wanted, no, because every time now they're like, oh, they're so badass. I'm like, dude, he's getting fucked around on. I can't take them seriously. I can't take them seriously.
Are they doing it on the moon too?
Yeah, they're doing it on the moon. They're cucking each other on the moon. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then Nightcrawler, apparently it was the idea of Nightcrawler, who's a devout Catholic, that they should do this. What the fuck? How does that make any
That
sense?
was Jean Grey's idea.
Well, that's another thing too. Jean Grey would never do that either.
What, Ethan?
She's like, it doesn't count because we're not on Earth anymore. So let's just be bored and.
Well, I mean, people are saying the X-Men is like analogous to like civil rights movement, black people, and all this stuff. It's just not true. I mean, the X-Men are an elite group. The next evolved. They're superior. They're a superior race.
They're literally called Homo superior. That's literally
Homo superior. They are, if anything, it's almost kind of like a, some kind of Hitlerian ideal. The fact that people don't like them is only out of jealousy
and fear.
Because they're better. They're the next phase of evolution. So it sounds pretty. It sounds more like a supremacist comic book than it does about, hey, we're poor, underclass, undertrod, marginalized people who everybody hates and we band together. That's not what it is. They're the next step of evolution. They are arrogant in that they're better than normal people.
Well, the thing is, there were always I don't want to say always. There were definitely civil rights elements of it. Like there are storylines that, even in my opinion, as much as I love Claremont, that were a bit on. Like Genosha is so fucking on the nose to the point it was like really.
Well, do you think that's the hubris of like what today's SJW actually think of themselves as? Next. They are so progressive. They are the next evolutionary phase.
Well, what I was saying
about like Woman Plus,
what I think is like, because there were elements of that, like of the civil rights movement and stuff. Sure, in addition to what Ethan was saying, I think it's a mix of. But when people say it's one or the other, I think that's not accurate. It's more so that depends on the storyline, right? Because there are some where they're just straight up like the Genosian stuff where they're straight up being persecuted. And I'm not even necessarily a huge fan of that storyline, but like God loves, man kills. But the idea that it was always this, it's like no, because you go up and pull the way they act side by side then and now, it's not the same at all. These are just not the same characters anymore. The spirit of the book is
it's about the next phase of evolution and whether humanity should be subservient to us, or should we work in conjunction and protect them. That's what it always was. I mean, the early issues of X-Men showed a fantasy of a mutant whipping humans as slaves and putting them to work. This was one alternative that Magneto had thought that mutants could do. I mean, it's really strange. There's a lot to it. I mean, mutant powers are supposed to, like, developing mutant powers is a lot like puberty and getting your period. That's supposed to evoke that. But also this idea that you're different, secretly special, better than everyone. It's all teenage shit. It has nothing to do with civil rights.
Well, I would agree with it, a lot of it. I would just, when it says it had nothing to do with the civil rights movement, I don't know that I'd agree with that, because like a lot of the writers have admitted, but to say it's entirely about civil rights is absolutely ridiculous. Like to say it was always about that isn't even true, because they've admitted that it was because they were sick of coming up with origin stories. So they're like, fuck it, they're just born with their powers and everything that came after. Also, the idea that Magneto was this sympathetic Holocaust survivor character wasn't even introduced until almost 20 years into the character's history. So you can't say that that wasn't the intention either. So that's another lie that's often perpetrated.
Well, the people who do this are all very mentally stunted. Even the adults who think of it this way, they're all basically teenagers. They're all children. So the way that they're thinking, it makes sense that they're thinking this way because it is childlike. That's why, you're saying, oh, it's all teenage shit. Yeah, it's because these adults are teenagers who never left that mentality.
You mean the creators?
People? No. The people who are saying, it was always woke.
Oh, I see.
Well, here's the thing. I was reading, one of the things that I thought was ridiculous was, so Kitty Pryde, when she first appeared in like a lot of the earlier stuff, is 13 years old, right? And I'm like reading the current stuff. I'm like, why is she acting way more immature and rambunctious as a woman in her 20s, like late 20s, than she was when she was 13 and 14? What the hell is this? She literally is. She's now like this drunk. She used to be like this intelligent girl and whatever. And now she's this drunk, that like
she's acting like the people who are writing her.
That's what I was saying. Is she was acting like she's getting tattoos on a whim while drunk.
And this is
like,
these are the people I went to college with. They're my age.
They're all
like
well, I saw through it right away. I was like, why are you doing this character in a self-insert? That's what it felt
like. There's also the point to be made, though, that I really do take umbrage with this, where people equivocate woke to civil rights. Woke and civil rights is not the same thing, and people say that X-Men was always woke. Okay, that's not the same as maybe X-Men has shreds of the civil rights movement, but because it is fantasy, it is not an exact analogy. Just like Tolkien isn't an exact analogy for any real life racial conflict, even though you have like the dwarves and the elves and everything. It's not an analogy. He hated that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Tolkien was very against that.
Oh yeah, and woke is not civil rights. Woke is diametrically opposed to that. It's about it's about affirmative action before merit and historical vengeance, which is more akin to what Magneto stands for.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying that just because there had shreds of the civil rights movement, then it was woke. Then why are you complaining about it? Because don't you care about civil rights? That's completely disingenuous.
Joseph Dredd nailed it on the head. He said X-Men wasn't woke. X-Men was progressive. That's exactly what the thing was, right? Because no one's denying necessarily that, like, you know, certain, like Claremont, for example, was very openly like more liberal guy. But the thing is, there was an idealism that superheroes were all about, that they were fighting for a better future. And that was what made it interesting, was the different approaches. Also, by the way, it wasn't always about that. What about the time they got abducted by aliens and were impregnated by them, the Brood saga? That had nothing to do with politics. They were just abducted by aliens. What about when demons tried to take over New York City? What the hell did that have to do with politics? Like, the idea that everything was always political, like, come on, no.
I would say X-Men is very similar in the cultural psyche, similar to Star Trek, where it was progressive for its time and very liberal and political at times, but in the end it wasn't woke. It was liberal and it was often progressive, but at the end of the day it spoke to everybody, and that's not the same thing. And they're trying to co-opt that and say that just because these works had a left-leaning sort of view, then that means it supports woke ideology and affirmative action and diversity quotas, when it totally didn't. It was the same. It wasn't the same thing. Like, it wasn't extremist. It was very much a middle ground lefty view.
Well, people started feeling like they didn't have anything else to like fight for, so they started making it up. And now they are co-opting things that came before.
Yeah.
It's just really disingenuous, and it annoys me because it's like
every single issue.
I have a lot of friends who are liberal, but it's I don't know. They don't think this way, and I don't know why the left got co-opted by these crazy people, and I hate all these fucking woke people. They're horrible.
I read so much of this stuff that they always go, oh, it was always woke. And I'm like, all right, these people would scream if this page, they can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. And it's like, you would have to throw out like most of this catalog. It's proven because so many of these people on Twitter screenshot again from this specific story and like, see, it was always woke. Meanwhile, this version that I'm holding in my hands was censored.
What are you showing?
It was censored.
Let's see.
X-Men God Loves Man Kills. They censored it in this re-release. That's why I had to go back and get an earlier
they took
version.
the N-word out of it. Yes.
Yeah. They did?
Yeah, like Kitty Pryde screams the N-word.
It was a poignant, like there was a meaning behind it. Is like she just screams as a 13-year-old.
God Loves Man Kills, the mail-in cut. Yes, let's do it. I gotta go. It's 3 a.m. I gotta go to bed. Bye, guys.
Oh, bye. Thanks for having in.
Doesn't that mean that the N-word edition is now worth more money?
Yeah,
probably.
So they did that. But it was like it was like a shocking, like, whoa, she just said that in an X-Men comic. That was the point. Like it was meant to be like a shocking thing.
But now they made they worked against themselves.
To be a good thing. They worked against themselves. Kitty said the N-word 3 different times actually in the comics. 3 different times.
Well, she was making a point that. Like when they were calling them muties, she was saying, well, this is the same as calling somebody the N-word, and it was, but it makes it kind of dullens the whole point of it. What she was saying, if you're going to censor it.
Yep.
I wonder how much the
It was 3. Yeah, it was New
Mutants.
Now. It was New Mutants number 50 as well. She said it. Yeah, but
man.
No.
Well, you gotta buy physical media, everybody.
Even they took out like the one joke in Spider-Man as well, the first Spider-Man movie, where it's like, that's a cute. Did your husband buy it for you? Disney Plus, they took it out apparently.
What joke?
You know the scene where he's like hanging on the thing, and he goes that to the wrestler. That's a cute outfit. Did your husband buy it for you? Apparently, they censored that.
What is it now?
I don't know. I didn't. You think I canceled my Disney Plus when they fired Gina Carano? So I have no.
Well, I never had Disney Plus, but like, what?
Yeah.
That actually really upsets me because when Spider-Man came out, like that Spider-Man, I was in high school and we were homeless, and that was like the best part of my life was when that came out. Like those movies gave me hope that things were gonna get better. And now they went back and fucking, you know what? Fuck you, Disney. It's ridiculous.
People are saying we bored Ethan. I'm sure he wasn't bored. We were talking about X-Men.
Yeah. No, Ethan worked on it, so I'm sure he gets.
It's like John's bragging that his copy still has the N-word. Of course he would be bragging about that.
I have 6.
Oh, then maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe Disney didn't do that. I don't know.
Well, I think he's saying he has the old version.
But
it was a later mail-in comment that I was spun to.
Oh.
Yes.
Sony has the right to the Spider-Man. What? Okay.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
Thanks for the links, everybody.
Oh, that wasn't Disney?
I don't know. I don't know if they. I think I heard somewhere they considered it could be spreading misinformation.
Don't ruin my mean jokes with your logic. Oh, that's what I'm here to do, ruining jokes.
Why is everybody saying that that Rini was talking about? That was me. We don't look alike.
Yeah.
Okay, just because we're the only women on the stream doesn't.
Well, I think they just want to bring.
What I said, but it was he had said it a couple of times. I think.
Oh.
What did I say?
No,
I'm not the one.
I got in trouble for it.
Rini's over here talking about we need more trains, and I want train legislation so that we don't have just anarchy with our train system.
Shit about these trains.
All these damn hippies and their trains.
Here's all I'm gonna say. Here's my closing argument. Trains are cool.
Go ahead.
End of the argument. Therefore,
thanks, Vaughn. I agree. Well, I don't know. Are people? This has to be a bit because Ellie and I had diametrically opposing arguments for whether we wanted high-speed rails or not. Well, not completely, but mostly.
So Fort Collins, which is what I consider my hometown, which that's where Chuck Dixon is and everything. Like, so they have a train that runs. It's the only place in the U.S. where a train runs in the middle of the street, like not across the street. It's in the middle. So like cars drive right next to it, and it's right next to the college. So trains to me are fine. It's just like
within reason.
I don't want all of the crime and the homelessness that comes with trains. The same with buses.
So
my God, we're not going through this again, please.
There we go.
I can't take this anymore. I can't take this. I'm gonna
just blame it on the train.
I don't want it to be misconstrued. I don't hate trains. That's weird.
Okay.
No, I get it. You don't want trains. The trains to be run by fucking idiots.
You just don't want the poors to have access to the trains.
Okay, let's move on to something else, please.
Yeah, all right. Now planes.
Yeah,
I like planes.
Scooters.
I like planes.
Now, what about scooters? Scooters.
I have
There's
a scooter. Well, actually, I
to ban
just sold
scooters.
it to my aunt.
Wait, there are European countries banning scooters?
I don't have a
I don't know
scooter
which country
anymore.
it is, but one of the fucking crazy Euro countries is trying to ban personal mobility scooter things that you can ride around on. Like, and I don't know why.
Oh, like the ones that you can ride around in a store when you're like too fat.
No, not a rascal. Like literally a scooter to get around. Any e-scooter.
That way you call it a rascal in Britain?
No, that's the rascal is the brand.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like Kleenex.
I have a scooter, but mine is like an actual like Vespa type scooter.
I was
I
asking
had
this.
one.
Not a rascal.
It was yeah, I had a electric scooter, but it was in Taiwan, and I just sold it to my aunt because it's been sitting there for 3 years. Joseph Fossi for $1.99. Thank you. Your gun is digging into my hip. What? Okay. Thank you, Joseph Fossi.
Are there trains in Fiendish? That's true. Are there?
Why would there be
Why would
trains
there-
in Fiendish?
Someone asked,
would there be
and
trains?
this is your fan, Rini. You have to be treating their question with respect.
I am treating it with respect, but there are no trains in Fiendish. The
There we
technology
go.
level isn't there yet.
We need
There we
to
go.
add trains now. The fans.
Hey, don't
demand
tell
it.
me what to do, Fawn.
I
I'm
was-
not being rude to my fan. I'm being rude to you. There's a difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What if I am a Fiendish backer, actually, so.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wait.
you're still you.
Jav
Oh,
Styler
what
says
is that
the
supposed to
e-scooters are dangerous.
Just
Because I'm white.
kidding.
Because I'm
Oh,
white.
totally.
I drive my e-scooter
Right,
on
Billy?
the sidewalk.
Just kidding.
What?
I said she hates me because I'm a straight white man.
You
Oh.
do have you're the only person I've met who has a
Maybe.
blonde fro, though. No joke.
Mm.
You're
Yeah,
very
that's a lot.
That
unique.
can't be true.
It's like Greek.
That's true. That's true.
I've met tons of dudes who had
You know what's funny? My hair was
curly
like,
hair.
I always thought it was more like wavy, but it's been getting curlier as I'm getting older. I don't know why.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I didn't grow up here. I don't. Maybe a lot of guys
Your hair's
cut
losing
their hair
strength.
short, so I
Just
can't
give it
tell
up.
if their
Just
hair
starting
is
to
really
grow.
that
End of the
curly.
joke.
Probably. There was a guy that I had to do male Brazilian on, and he had like never trimmed himself, so it was like,
What?
but it was the same as on
Define
his
trimmed
head.
himself.
Male
Like-
what?
What was
A
on his
male
head?
Brazilian.
I'm curious.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like on his head he had a blonde fro, but like down there he had like a blonde carpet. It was really scary.
Yeah.
You have to see
Well-
guys' carpets at work.
Your under hair is always way curlier than your head hair for some reason.
Your define under hair.
You know what she's saying.
No, I don't.
That's what they call
like,
it, shagging.
Don't be
Yes, you
facetious.
do. You're not a fucking child. Fucking weirdos. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm.
John Malin's his fro. Yeah.
Mhm.
So my dad totally had a fro, and I really wish I had his hair, but I'm disappointed. Look what I got. This is my natural hair. Boo! I could have been the first Asian with the fro.
I bet there are Asians with fros.
Asians
They're
and
straight
frogs, look
apart.
at them.
Well,
Wait,
well,
so then
it's deceptive because a lot of Asians in Asia, a lot of people still perm their hair. It's like a fashion thing. They don't do it the same way they did in the 80s. It's more like crimping. But anyways, but my mom's side of the family, half of them have straight hair, half of them have curly hair. So it was like a lottery, 50-50, if I actually got curly hair from both sides of the family, and I didn't. But it came close. I could have had curly hair. And it's rare for Asians to have curly hair.
Thank you, Frankie. Asked if I was a body waxer. So that's part of being an esthetician is you can wax. And when I was in Colorado, nobody was doing male Brazilians. So I was like, you know what? I'll do male Brazilians. And you can charge like a whole bunch of money for them because no one does them.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times it's
Trim that dick.
it's people in the military, like dudes in the military who get them because they're uncomfortable in their uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Not to impress the other
Wait.
dudes in the military. It's because they
Go
feel
ahead.
uncomfortable.
Wait,
No,
what
'cause
does that
most-
have to do with the uniforms?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Unicorns?
Uniforms.
Uniforms.
Oh, because their uniforms would get like hot and itchy, but if they like shaved, then they would get ingrown hairs and stuff.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
And I only ever had like one weirdo that I had to ban.
Yeah, sorry
Okay.
about that.
Oh, I'm like, I like how our reactions are totally different. I'm like, oh, at least it was one weirdo. That's pretty good.
You know.
All right.
Hmm.
It's pretty good for how many people probably came in for the service, isn't it?
Well,
One weirdo that you know of.
When we're
No,
referring to
Proportionally
service,
speaking.
we're referring to shaving men's balls, correct?
No, waxing.
Oh, okay. So you don't shave them?
So you put a bunch of glue on your balls and you just rip it all off.
Well,
you gotta trim it down first.
It's
like
not
if it's
glue.
You gotta
I
trim
know,
down
I'm trying to scare him.
Dang it, I banned him because it was kind of terrible because he was really good tipper.
I bet he was.
And then one day he
you
was
gotta manicure that shrubbery down there.
I bet he left just the two.
Flippers, you
so
know?
afterward, right, you give them a little thing and you're like, here, put the oil on it, and that will make your skin like not be not be so red. And so he's doing that and he's like, could you put it on? And I was like, no.
Man's making moves.
It's never been that way. I cannot. And
you
he
gotta
was like,
trim the weeds before you pull the rim.
Maybe he
You know what
was
I'm saying?
disabled and needed help, and
he
you were
wasn't
being a meanie.
disabled. Oh my god.
Okay,
He'd
no,
been
no,
going to this
Maybe you're being
place.
ableist.
Wait, why are we assuming this person
No.
gender?
He'd been going to this place for a year.
I could have been
It
a
was-
female penis.
No.
Bro, you know.
It was the same place that I had done.
I'm kicking all of you.
Penis.
No. So anyway, he was like, "Can you put more oil on it and stuff?" And I was just like, "You know what?
Yeah, man.
Oil it up.
He actually
It all
asked.
slick and shiny.
No,
Shut up
he
and let her
actually,
finish.
Turkish wrestler.
he actually asked me to like stay and watch
Grab a
him.
hold and wrestle that sucker
Oh,
down.
Like,
it got better. You're
in
talking
the
over
end,
it, but it got better.
and well, the thing is, like, I don't touch anything. Like, he moves all the skin and stuff. I'm not touching anything, and I have gloves on. That's how it works.
Well, I mean,
So-
you got to touch the wax, right? You got to rip it off for him, right? I mean, you're there for that
You
part, right?
you use
Do you make
a
eye contact?
you
Is there
use
eye
a-
Yeah, you look
contact,
him
or
in
do
the
you guys
eyes.
look away
He's
from
really
No.
enjoying this one.
Can you pay extra
You-
for eye contact?
you use a stick. Okay, that's how you
Oh.
do it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Have you been waxed before, Billy? You haven't, and be quiet.
Yeah,
So-
she's giving you advice. She
He-
wants to wax you.
Yeah, and it does hurt, and some men can't handle it. Honestly, like it's actually kind of sad. But the thing is, he asked me if I would like watch him finish, and I told him absolutely not.
Yeah.
And then I left the room, and I told the lady who owned the place,
We're in the.
To give him
and
your
then
number.
she took the
What
money.
did you tell her, that
and
you were a prude, and you're like, if she could get somebody else in there, like there's some money to be made?
No,
or-
no, she took the money,
okay.
and then I sent him a message, and I said, "You are not allowed to return here
Oh,
because that's
on.
like
Well-
not how it is."
oh, that's good.
That's
Tip.
pretty. That's
Yeah.
pretty blatant.
So now we know
though.
what not to
He
do.
was
Okay, guys.
straight
I
up,
didn't want to
like,
come back
good
anyway.
asking you if you could finish. I mean, that's pretty blatant. He was like, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it was annoying because it was
Take
like
my business elsewhere.
he acted totally normally for almost a year, and then like
Slow game.
all of a sudden,
Playing the
It's-
long game.
it's like, oh my god.
You know,
Well, you gotta
to be
ease
honest,
it in. You
those
can't
are-
just,
Yeah.
you can't just.
No,
ask
It's
for
like
it.
it's like how you gotta
Not
scope
right.
out the building before a heist. You know, you
those
go
are
around
the
the bank a
worst,
few
though.
times.
Those are the
Dude,
worst.
Wait, so freaking who said it? DJ, you're saying finish question mark? Yeah, you know exactly what I mean when I say that, so don't pretend
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
Yeah, he just means
You know,
he just means
finish his waxing.
he means complete the transaction by
Complete the
paying for it. That's all he
transaction.
meant.
Each
Yeah,
session working
sure.
up to that over the course of the year was one long, slow seduction.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But it was never like that though.
it's never been.
That's
like
what
that.
you that's what you maybe he had a different interpretation of events.
I know he was a long-time customer. Jeez.
No, like okay, so my
He
my
had a
friend's,
mission.
my friend's boyfriend, he was a nudist, and he
Hmm.
was like, I want to get waxed as well, and so he comes in with her, and she was just like, this is gonna be so funny because it's gonna hurt him, and I was like, I mean, you can come in and
Yeah,
watch.
he's gonna be into it.
Actually,
CBT.
no, actually, he was in so much pain that she had to leave and she couldn't laugh anymore. And I was like, see, that's what you get.
No.
That's
She was laughing her ass
horrible.
off while she was crying in pain.
She
That's
was
funny.
laughing. She was laughing at first until it was too much time, and he was like in pain, nearly
Wait.
crying. And I have like a numbing stuff that you can put on, but it's
Why-
like just on the
Yeah,
top.
nothing.
Wait,
better
why
than
would
numb
any
junk.
man? Why would any man do this again? What's the benefit?
Because gay.
Well,
then it makes you faster, man. Like your speed overall just becomes more streamlined.
You slick like an eel.
I just think these guys are
on your shaft. What the fuck are you talking about?
I just
Yeah,
think
gets
these
Harry all the way
guys.
down to the end of it.
I think these guys are in a CBT.
Have you not seen that before, Rini? Like most guys have hair all the way down to the tip of the dick.
Jesus Christ!
None of
Like
the
an elephant.
guys. None of the guys that
Apparently,
I
I am not that experienced.
None of the guys that I
Chat,
waxed
save me.
had that
Chat.
much hair.
At this point, chat is more wholesome than what we're talking about on the panel. What is happening? Okay, hold on.
No, but honestly, the weirdest guy I had
Allie,
wasn't even one of the guys who got a Brazilian. It was a guy who wanted me to do his makeup for Halloween.
What kind of makeup?
He was a man who wanted me to make him up to look like a woman.
Yeah.
What's
And
wrong with
he
that?
was- And he was like,
Everyone
I
does from
do.
time to time.
He was like, I do this every year at a Halloween party with my work. And he was like this really old guy, and his breath smelled so bad.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna throw up. And when you're doing makeup, you kind of have to be like close to someone's face.
Guys, yes, this is Ballers. Everybody hit like and subscribe, and don't forget, this is what my draw streams are normally not like, but this is it defaults into this because we've been streaming for 3 hours. No,
I'm sorry.
No, Allie, I'm responding. No, I'm responding to chat. I'm just doing a bit. It's fine.
If chat is grossed out, I'll stop.
Well, it's okay. Yeah, we could talk about something else.
Talk about trains again for 3 hours.
Yeah, we could talk about trains. That was really
fun. No, Allie, trust me, this is much more interesting.
Allie, it's great. Please keep going. Don't stop.
Yeah, wait. I agree, Rainey. It is.
Feel like you're being
I agree.
sarcastic.
Talking about balls.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm actually not. I'm actually not.
Thank you, Mortal V. I mean, that's.
I'm just glad someone's bringing a voice to all this train nonsense. Is how I felt.
The story of the guy.
Finally,
the story of the guy who wanted to be dressed up like a girl is pretty much over. He was just gross and weird, and it kind of sucked because like he had such heavy eyelids that like you couldn't really put.
He had such promise.
No,
yeah, he could have really been a really pretty girl.
You just couldn't really put eyeshadow on his eyelids because they were so heavy and wrinkly. So it was very weird.
My favorite Halloween costume that I like to bust out was black Rastafarian conehead. Like, and I would have like the dreadlocks around like the top of the cone, you know.
Okay, so do you do makeup and makeovers and stuff?
Yes, I can do that, but like, I prefer like movie like monster makeup. I can do that. Okay. I did one girl who I put.
You did one girl?
Oh
my god! Let her finish.
I did one girl's makeup. Who I made her look like a forest nymph, and I put like all these flowers growing out of her skin and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
That took like 3 hours, but I still got an A, so that was nice. I've done a lot of wedding makeup.
Films, Allie?
Have I what?
Have you ever done any movie prop makeup kind of stuff?
Well, I was going to do the makeup for Egg Beater when it was going to be a movie, but it just is too much money to do a movie. But I would love to do that. It's awesome. It's just like, it's so much money. And I can't drive, so like I can't really go anywhere.
Yeah. I meant for like other people as a job, not for yourself.
I know, but like if I to do it as a job for other people making a movie, I would have to be able to get there, and I can't drive, so.
I'm curious, like
you fly only.
I mean, I think for movie makeup, we've seen documentaries on stuff like that. Are there any weird tips or trade secrets for like wedding makeup? Any weird things that you've seen?
Why do you have a wedding coming up? Really?
She does. She's going to a wedding.
I am going to my cousin's wedding. My cousin in Taiwan, she's getting married. I'm so proud of her. Oh,
Jiminy,
I mentioned at the beginning.
Jiminy, I can't. I can't drive because I have seizures. I mean, because I'm a woman also, but like I have seizures.
I think the best makeup advice for weddings is like full bimbo, like complete bimbo style.
No, Rini. So the best wedding makeup, the best wedding makeup I have, advice that I have for you is to use.
For me.
Well. Weren't you asking?
Oh, we lost John.
What? Makeup? John doesn't like makeup? Oh, okay. Well, he didn't go by. Okay, anyways.
Why?
Sorry,
He wears
Ellie,
makeup.
Wow. This took a turn.
He does.
You want to remember, Allie.
All right, well, everybody who isn't sensitive baby will talk and learn or be educated, John. So
I don't think it's about sensitivity.
No, if you want a makeup tip, right? Number one, make sure that you take care of your skin because makeup can't cover everything unless you.
Oh, definitely.
Unless you want to.
Fellas, you taking notes?
Unless you want to straight up do stage makeup every day. Okay. Number two, use primer. And also use a setting spray because the setting spray is what's going to keep the makeup from coming off.
I've tried that shit before. It's the most annoying shit ever, but alright.
You just gotta learn not to touch your face. Gotta learn not to touch your face.
I wasn't using it right. It was so annoying.
Oh, also, one more thing. If you use dry shampoo, you won't sweat onto your face and ruin your makeup with sweat.
Dry shampoo.
Oh, I do like dry shampoo, yeah.
Oh, I know what dry shampoo is.
Yeah, it's
like leave-in conditioner. I don't even use shower conditioner anymore.
Yeah, right. It's like a sort of like an aerosol thing, and you can
spray conditioner question mark. Okay.
Yeah, this isn't a man or woman thing, but really get good shampoo. It'll help your hair. And I know, Jake, you have long hair. I've told you this before, but remember, get sulfate-free shampoo. It'll do wonders for your hair. It really makes a difference.
On your advice,
it really makes a difference.
Wait, yeah, somebody said primer is in painting. They make makeup primer.
You just get spray white primer. You cover your whole face and just like flat white.
Myrtle,
I take those baths.
Mortal Reese's teach me about foundations. I mean, I can. I use mineral foundation. It's better for your skin.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny. It's like I'm a chinchilla.
Chinchilla.
I don't think dust bats. Okay, I think real bats.
Dial tone egg beater is in production. It's a real thing, guys. Apparently, he's saying that egg beater is not real.
It's in the oven right now.
How is it not real? Okay, let's pull up some campaigns, guys.
I don't know.
Well,
let's
right,
show everybody.
Like 3. I think I'm gonna head out, but it was 3.
Week.
It was interesting.
Well, I got a little bit of work done, so it wasn't that bad. I'm gonna pull up some campaigns. If you have something to show, you can stick around. If not, it's cool.
No, it's my channel and all that.
Wait, is that just you telling me I should go?
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you, Maromi.
I was saying, if Vaughn wants to leave, that's cool. But I'm about to promote some stuff if you would prefer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check out you guys' stuff now.
Oh, okay. All right. So where should everybody follow you?
Just my name, Vaughn Coleman, on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Just check out all my socials. And I have books I'm working on, so I'll definitely post about those there. And yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for joining. As always, it's a pleasure to have you
Mortal
on.
Visa's Chauvin's art.
We can always count on you to be a nerd about I know the specific issue of a comic on page 18. I remember this one line.
Vaughn isn't in a blank white psychopath room anymore.
Well,
he's out of his
New Jersey. Yeah,
he's not in his padded cell anymore.
Is this not your normal room? Yeah. Where are you right now?
I'm in New Jersey. I'm in my home.
Oh, so you're usually not.
You were in a psycho room?
Out on parole.
What?
They let you out of the clink?
I was never in a.
Were you in like a crazy person?
No,
clinic?
I just had a place in Florida that I was because my mom has a place there, and I just never bothered to decorate the room, so I looked like I was a psych ward.
So you weren't actually a mental patient?
No, I've never been a mental patient before.
Whoa.
Yes.
False information.
Instead, he has like a very deep, dark blue room.
Yes.
Dark. All right. Anyway,
Pretty dark for blue.
see you guys.
Okay.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Now let's make it as awkward as possible for Vaughn to be fighting.
Yeah, why was he feeling awkward? What was all that?
I don't know. He's just weird like that. It's
Weirdo.
strange. Sound like we're like putting him on the spot or anything.
He looks like this. Hello, Meladra. He looks like this guy from my high school who like he would like pay chicks to go have lunch with him. Because he didn't know how to ask them out, so he would just be like,
"Lamest thing I've ever heard.
I'll give you money to go." Like he was just very awkward.
You know, in Japan, you can like order girlfriend dates and you pay for them. Like you can have a rent girlfriend.
That's true.
You can rent boyfriends too.
Tell us about the
experience.
You kind of said it as though you knew.
How did that go?
Why are you guys so fucking quiet? It's a fact. I've never tried it.
Oh,
you guys are such assholes.
The way you said it made it sound like you knew like how to do it and
no, because you guys said girlfriends, but you can rent either a boyfriend or a girlfriend in Japan, and it's an interesting. Japan is weird, but Japan has also always been weird, guys. You don't understand. They've been weird.
You're welcome, Japan.
Japan was weird before the bomb.
Oh, he says he wasn't feeling awkward and it was fun. Vaughn says that.
Oh, Vaughn says that. All right, cool. Well, have a good night, Vaughn. Thanks for joining. We're just teasing you. You know how it goes around here anyways. You know how it is now. You know how it is. All right, let's promote some stuff right quick. Not that. Okay, let me like fucking change
I'm showing a page of Goblin Girl I'm working on right now.
Oh, okay.
Goblin
Let's do that. There we go. Oh, look at that. All right, why don't you talk about Goblin Girl? I'll be right back, Billy, if that's okay.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I'll just be a minute.
Yeah, I'm the colorist on Goblin Girl. It is a 72-page fantasy adventure.
I remember when it wasn't going to be that long. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we added like 22 pages. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, 74-page fantasy adventure about a world that has a magical cataclysm, and thousands of years later, like from the ashes, new societies form, and that's where the titular character Goblin Girl lives. Yeah, I'm Monho. Yes, I'm the colorist. The artist is Dan Plagle, and our logo designer and letterist is Matt Barr. And yeah, it's a story about a girl that is cast out from her society, and she breaks free, and the adventure that goes along with that, and she takes her kind of mentor with her. And then there's some other stuff going on the actual, and this is like down like under the surface of the world, and then on the top of the world we have some other I don't want to call them heroes, but interesting characters going on. And then at one point in the book, like they all kind of team up or meet up, and by the end of the book, like become like our solid team. So it's the first book of Goblin Girl is like the complete story of like what will become like the cast going forward.
So there's going to be more than one book?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we're at like 22,000 right now, like doing pretty good. Like, thank you to everybody that's back so far. If it's something that it's Dan has stated before that it's kind of like, imagine if there was an Elvira movie crossed with Conan that was animated by Don Bluth, and you would have Goblin Girl. So that's what we're kind of going for.
Does she have like a name, or is it just Goblin Girl?
Yeah, Gin, the Goblin Girl.
Okay.
Ghin.
He's never told me that. I feel betrayed. That's like I'm not a real friend.
I mean, I don't think most people ask.
I think I've asked. I feel so betrayed. Why hasn't nobody told me this?
What?
I'm so sad.
Right.
Okay, anyways. All right. No, but you didn't tell me.
Do we
She
know?
had an actual name.
Do we know how much of Goblin Girl is done?
We are looking to try to get it out like around June-ish, but I'm not sure that we have there's a lot going on with Dan right now, but yeah.
Cool. Well,
Everybody
here's the
send
campaign.
Dan your love. He is a sweetheart.
Yes, he's going through some personal issues now. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to find out more, you can read the campaign updates. Him and his family decided to.
He's getting married in the next 30 days.
Yay!
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. But he's got a lot going on. So he's getting married, but he has some other family issues. He's got a little baby. So if he's kind of a little MIA, please, if everybody can please forgive him, because he's really, and part of it is he has health issues. So again, read the updates for Goblin Girl. He has a lot going on, but the pages, the actual inking and shading, his part of the campaign is done. So there's
he still needs to
write over there.
He still needs to write it, and they need to letter it. So like that's being done too. Like while I'm coloring it, like once he was done with the gray tones, then he was able to. He's focusing on actually writing the dialogue and like how the balloons are going to lay out and stuff. So like,
he works really hard.
Since the gray tones are done, he wants to actually have the letters laid out first, and then go through the campaign. And anybody that just backed the gray tone book by itself will actually probably get theirs first before the color ones go out. Like so.
Well, the point is he's done with most of his work as lettering. I'm not saying that lettering and all that stuff isn't real work, because I know it is, but like the actual drawing part is what's time consuming. So I just want everybody to know that even though he's busy right now, he has finished the major part of his duties for this. And he is a creator, and the line, he does everything other than up until the colors, and Billy's doing the colors, obviously. So there you go. Ralph Mack for Australian too. Thank you very much, Ralph. You remind me of a few girls I used to know. A bunch of emojis. Thank you. I don't know if you were talking to me or Allie, or if that's a lyric, but thank you very much. It's kind of cute emojis. People are saying they get goth vibes from Allie's avatar. Yeah.
I know. I like how, what did it say? Like just the chick, the avatar on the bottom. That is my name. My name is Allie.
That is Allie, everybody. That's Allie Sanguis, and she has a book. I'm gonna promote her book as well in due time.
Ow! I have a couple books. Dan, though, is super sweet and really hardworking. He's just a really genuine, nice guy. So
yeah, definitely. I gotta say, once I started streaming, I met a lot of people, and I mean, obviously, everybody here, basically almost everybody I met in CG has been absolutely welcoming and lovely, and just so much fun. And there's no need for me to kiss ass, because I didn't need to be here, but I chose to be here because I fucking love you guys. But really, Dan has been one of those people where I feel like he's always been an actual friend. I consider him a personal friend, and the whole Goblin Girl team, basically Fiendish and Goblin Girl, is, I consider, like with Billy and Matt Barr and Dan, it's like we actually are friends, and it's just because we get along. There's no other reason. We're thinking of doing a crossover, but and we both have an interest in fantasy, but it's really just because Dan is such a good, considerate guy, and I really enjoy chatting to him and all this kind of stuff. And we stream all the time regularly until recently, and the reason he hasn't been around is because he's been dealing with a lot of personal stuff. So even without all this stuff, like, Goblin Girl deserves more backings. It deserves more support, because this is something Dan has been working on for years and years. This isn't something he came up with. It's not like he decided to do a comic yesterday, is what I'm saying. So he did an older version of Goblin Girl years and years ago, and this is actually a redo, like a revamp of it, kind of like how Jimmy Reyes is redoing Dragon Rage. So this is sort of like the second edition of it, and it's like an expanded version. It's like over 100 pages, an expanded story about Goblin Girl breaking free from her bonds and getting vengeance upon her goblin society and all this kind of stuff. So he's very passionate about this, and I hope you guys can give it a chance. Sorry,
well,
guys.
Dan's also been working as a comic artist for like literally as long as I've been alive. So
he's
older than he looks, guys.
Yep. And you can and whatever your speed is, like I said, both gray toned in ink and Copic marker or in full color are both available, like on the campaign. So, because I know a lot of people like Dan's art untouched. Like, I mean, I'm his colorist, and I get it. Like, I'm just like, it's pretty stunning work.
Seeing it you have. This is like the grayscale version and a color version.
Yeah, and he is a perfectionist too. It's true.
Yeah, so it's been an ongoing joke that if he he draws all these pages traditionally, and he'll just have a camera on his drawing board and he does the shading with Copics. All of this is traditional. But if he makes one mistake, he'll just redo the whole fucking page. So it's very annoying. And I'm glad he's done with the book, so I don't have to suffer through more of his draw streams and just be angry because he draws really fast and he will like do ridiculous things and redraw an entire page and make me mad. So if you want this beautiful art of Goblin Girl, again, as I have just learned, oh my gosh. Now I feel slighted.
Jeff Styler, of course Frega speaks highly of him. Frega's a cool dude too.
Well, Jeff Styler, Dan Fraga and Dan Plagle have actually known each other for over 30 years.
Yeah, a million years.
Dan Plagle knew Dan Fraga before he became quote-unquote Dan Fraga, like before he ever went to work at Extremes and stuff. They actually met at a comic book store where Dan Fraga worked before he actually started drawing professionally. So they are old school friends.
Yeah, him and Will and all that. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Dan Fraga. It was Dan Fraga that kind of convinced Dan Plagle to come over to CG, because like when Fraga came over, he was just like, dude, like, you know, he went to the friends that he cared about and was just like, you should come over here and like get your thing on over here. Like, I think people like dig your stuff. So yeah, like I said, thank you so much to every backer so far that's put into this. We're working hard to give you like an excellent book.
Absolutely. And look at all this other stuff you have on the campaign. We put a shirt up. I think this is like a sticker. I think he was saying he was going to try to get mouse pads done at some point, but I don't know if that's still happening. You have sketch card. Oh, he has like a Viewmaster. So that's interesting.
Oh yeah,
there's a
Viewmaster stuff. Yeah, there's a Viewmaster that is available in the Goblin's Chest that like he's shown off before, where like you'll actually get like Viewmaster of the colored pages, like and those ones were actually colored by him, colored traditionally, and then he got them made into Viewmaster slides to go into the Goblin Girl Viewmaster.
They look so cool too. He's got them. Yeah. I've seen them. He's got them so that they look 3D, just like, you know, a Viewmaster. It is so cool.
Yeah, he like broke them down into like the layer planes so that they could like separate them properly on the slide.
He even made like little sleeves for the Viewmaster slides that look just like retro Viewmaster slides, and he added like a border for it that makes it look old and stuff. Like, put a lot of thought into this. So if you like retro stuff, if you want a fucking Viewmaster, then
if you bring it up on a stream with him, like he'll show them, and like he gets all giddy like a little boy. It's adorable.
Yeah, next time, whenever he has time and he hops on my channel again, like everybody in chat, I want you to remember, ask Dan about the Viewmaster. It'll make him so happy because he spent a lot of time on that.
And he's just like a super sweet guy who genuinely cares about everything that he does. Sometimes he cares too much even, but he's very sensitive.
If there's any comic fans of the artist Tim Vigil, the artist of Faust, Dan's actually friends with Tim Vigil as well, and that was one of the tiers that got unlocked. So if you back at any level, you actually get an original Tim Vigil Goblin Girl trading card, like with your comic.
Oh, nice!
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, here's a bunch of stretch goals. I think that's the end. I will leave these graphics and stuff for it. So absolutely fantastic. You have a grayscale edition. color edition, you can get the older version of Goblin Girl, like I mentioned, all the books was OGG reprint. The older version of the book from before this current revamp. So the first edition that he published years and years ago, and of course all the other stuff, original art page, you can buy that as well for only $300. That is absolutely a steal, and I'm sure you get a bunch of this other stuff as an add-on. The Goblin's Chest is where you can get like this whole package. This is the Goblin's Chest, that's his subscription tier equivalent for Goblin Girl.
The Goblin's Chest.
Yep. It's a funny name. It's perfect. So check it out. I'm going to post a link in the chat, and everybody, if you can throw Van or good buddy a little support, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everybody. And
now that we're done sucking Play's dick for like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, I mean, Dan, he's all right. I mean, he's okay. He draws too fast. It's really annoying. Anyways, hey, Egg Beater, yo, look at that.
Oh, Egg Beater, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. So what about this?
Yeah, look at that.
Hey, Ellie.
hey. Egg Beater.
Egg Beater, yeah.
Egg Beater. Oh, holy crap, 92%. It's only got 4 days left. I have some surprises coming up, but basically Egg Beater, the demon baker of sweet treats. This is my vintage style horror slasher comic filled with puns. It is a one-shot, 24 pages, but I think I'm gonna have to add some more. It's all traditionally drawn. So what I'm going to have in the end is this like huge stack of freaking pages that I don't... People have said I should sell like the original art pages. I don't know if like mentally and like my heart could handle that, but that's how it is. Yeah, so every book, even my lowest tier, comes with the 2 prints, and I will sign every single book. I also have magnets. I've got the 6 a.m. Comics magnet. I got the Dean James magnet. He does the Embrace. And also, I think he's doing Lightbringer. Whisks and Challenges. Yeah.
I despise how pun-filled this entire campaign is.
No, you don't.
Campaign.
Oh, I do.
You love it.
Continue. It can't be all fun and games. Oh. It hurts me.
Yeah.
What? No.
Okay.
Why would you say that?
I'm a dying on the inside kind of clown.
Rainy, rise to the occasion, okay?
Oh God. All right.
Don't be salty.
I'm not. Okay, I'm not. You have give us the elevator pitch for Egg Beater.
Reenie's feeling kind of burnt tonight.
Aw, Rainy. The elevator pitch for Egg Beater. Basically, Egg Beater, his family was murdered by local thugs. He had boiling donut oil poured over him, which is why his face looks all fucked up, and he does the when he's coming after you.
I feel you, Billy.
He was a baker, so after he went insane, he took a bunch of his baking implements, and now that's how he kills people. So, he dual wields rolling pins. His Egg Beater has the what do you call it? The razors on it, so that he can dig into your spine and just go. What?
Nothing.
You guys don't like my noises? What's up with that?
You be you. Don't listen to Billy.
So,
just keep going.
Yeah, I made the cover to where it's supposed to look like a VHS, like an old VHS cover, with bloods on it. Will there be trains? Probably not. I have a new
pain train or two, maybe.
There is, however, a spa filled with a bunch of like MMA people that are based on my my physical therapist from when I was having to learn how to walk again, because I was like, you guys are a bunch of fucking sadists. So I'm gonna have my comic character kill you because I hate all of you. So yeah, I have a new tier.
I love self-inserts.
My top tier right there, or the featured tier rather, is where Hockey, who is my my host on Saturdays, he will draw a special print just for you on traditionally where Egg Beater kills you. So that's fun. Yeah. Nice. Also, so yeah, that first one is signed book. You get the 2 prints. One that is from my actual artist, and then one from Dean James. And then I just added those socks right there in the warm and toasty tier.
Guys, the Seal Your Fate is the one where you get the original. I just want to be clear. Okay. Yeah. Because I would scroll down. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
The warm and toasty tier.
Yeah, we heard it the first time.
Oh boy.
Finally, somebody who hates puns just as much as me, Billy.
What? No.
A kindred spirit.
What is the connection to puns? Well, I mean, you can't really do something like this without the puns, but like he was a father, and you know, now that's part of it is like he does dad jokes, and like I said, it was originally supposed to be like a vintage slasher style movie, and the puns were all in the script, and he just like says them. So yeah, the socks are new. Those are only going to be until the end of the campaign. I'm making another thing that I'm going to reveal on the closing launch stream. Somebody said to play the second trailer though.
Oh, sure. I'll have to reshare my screen though because fuck StreamYards. So that's great. Hold on.
Puntastic. Chris says think punsitive. See?
Oh, you want to see the Creepster? Oh, yeah. The second trailer.
We belong together. Puns.
All right. Let's see. You guys ready for the second trailer?
Mm-hmm.
This will be fun.
Sure.
Fair warning, my audio is really low. This might be a disaster, guys. If it's bad, maybe Allie, you'll have to share it instead, because apparently my audio is retarded today. All right, let's go. I'm gonna try. You
can hear it.
Hello, boils and ghouls. It's your old pal, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. And tonight's terror tale I call What's Cooking? That's right, Eric. This is a special shout out just for you. I understand they call you Egg Beater. Yes, I know, because you're a cook or you like to bake. Actually, you're a baker. You know, there's the butcher, the baker, and the undertaker. That's a little different fairy tale than the one the others tell. But listen, Allie wanted to wish you one hell of a good time, you know, because you have a long life ahead of you and an even longer death, which means you have to enjoy each and every day. And of course, every night. Well, listen, someday we're going to have to get together and, exchange baking recipes. Have you tried my lady fingers? They're delicious, although milady was not so quick to part with them.
What a freak.
This guy's a little bit loopy.
I have to mute it because every time it gets played, I just laugh my ass off. I was so happy.
That's pretty cool that you got that done. That's rad.
I thought it was cool that you got that done.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So much. And he made up all of his puns himself. That wasn't me.
Really? Oh, I thought you gave him a script. I didn't know that.
No.
That's pretty good.
I told him what it was about, and he did a message to Egg Beater himself, Eric Hatcher, the Egg Beater. It's a one shot, but I'm doing 2 other books that are in the same universe about a butcher and a candlestick maker. So, and it's going to be the Tradesman trilogy.
I didn't laugh.
I
was choking on something.
And every backer, even the people who just give a donation who don't want a book, they all get a download of both of the songs, the Egg Beater Egg Beats song, and also why do you give me that look?
What?
You looked at me with a look.
I didn't. Continue, please. Oh my god! Why the dog order?
You're just like me. You are comically without guile. It's fine.
Okay.
So everybody gets a download of both of the things. Mlagio says we need a rap version. That is what the Egg Beats is the kind of rap version. Punisher. Well, yeah. I mean, that's it's a tale as old as time. I've just added a different sort of twist on it. Rainy's out. She's the Rainy Geyser Bunny. It's fine. No, but I would love to.
That is the thumbnail for the Allie and Rainy show. Tune in next Friday.
If you want to play the other trailer, you can, but it is available on my YouTube channel as well. And the version that you get of Egg Beats is actually longer than the one that's in the trailer, and it has more puns.
More puns. Can we survive another round of puns, Billy?
I don't know. We've been sitting here sucking Allie's dick for 20 minutes.
And the views keep going up.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me refresh. All right. I mean, I want to promote all y'all's books, but I only have so much tolerance for puns. All right.
I want someone to suck my dick for the next one.
You know what? Thank you for tolerating my puns, then, Rainy. Not all of my books are gonna have puns like this. My fantasy novel, as you know, that we have spoken about on our Friday show, does not have puns. Well, for the most part.
I would think not, judging from the general tone.
My book, Wild Man, my old novel, doesn't have puns either, so it's pretty much just for this.
That's what I gathered. Well, if you guys like puns or but more down my lane, murder and fantasy murder. To be clear, YouTube, you fucking Puritans.
Minecraft murder.
Minecraft and fantasy murder and all kinds of bloody stuff and creative, a very creative, weird, vengeful. Yeah. It's like Punisher crossed with a baker, and it's very unique.
Wow, Punisher pun.
Okay, that was a terrible analogy. I apologize, but
the Punisher.
Well, oh fuck. Okay, we're moving the fuck on. We're moving on.
Wait. Earlier, Pete Samedi gave my my pitch an 8 out of 10. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations on following the rules.
I give Pete Samedi an 8 out of 10.
I did follow the rules, and that was probably half my points.
Well, Pete is also way too nice, but I do believe that
he was harsh on some people.
When he has been compromised, how have I been compromised? I have had quite a bit to drink, and I'm surprised how functional I am at this point. Coney Ways by Mark Poulton. It is the story about Coney Kanawi, who is a supernatural private eye located in Hawaii, who, of course, goes on missions to investigate all kinds of supernatural monsters and supernatural occurrences all around Hawaii. You won't want to miss this. This was actually about to be adapted as a TV show, which was really interesting. And I thought that was fantastic. Mark has been working on this for like over 10 years. I think the TV pitch was in 2010, he said, but it fell through like some business partner drama. You can watch my stream from a couple hours ago if you guys want to find out more about that. I just literally did a promotional show for Mark, so that's why I'm pulling this campaign up. But it's really cool, and also I did a cover for it, so here is my cover for Coney Waves. Everybody check it out if you like.
Did you color that one yourself too?
No, I didn't color it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he live? Billy. Does he live in Hawaii?
No.
Thanks, Billy.
It didn't look like yours. That's why I asked. I was like, it was more of a confused. Like I was like, did you color this? Because it didn't. Like I said, I've seen you color your own work in it.
Nice excuse. No, it's true though. This cover was weird for me. I didn't feel like I was just telling Mark during the whole fucking stream like I was really anxious about it, and I don't usually draw this subject matter, I think, so it doesn't even look like my style. But anyways, this is me. I did actually draw this, believe it or not. It was colored by somebody else. If you like this, if you like, I made sure to keep everybody in mind and make sure the butt is showing and make sure it's nice and sexy, and there's monsters in the background as well, so there you go. Back this cover, back all the other covers. He actually has a screenplay available here. And the art is halfway done, as he just said earlier today. So that's really awesome. He'll be fulfilling by the end of the year. So back Coney Waves. If I'm going to post the link if the mods don't have the link right now. And welcome, Phil. What's up? What did you do?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, at almost 4 a.m.
Is this stream just beginning now?
We just started.
I guess it is. Yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's Phil Diaz.
Rini, is this stream actually winding down or not?
I have no idea.
Almost every CG stream takes like an hour to stop after you say
I've been resisting doing another drawing.
I mean, you can do another drawing whenever the fuck you want. I'm not your mom.
Jake, draw.
I meant on the stream.
Handle your business.
Whatever you want. No,
does Mark live in Hawaii?
No, but his co-creator for this series does.
Oh, okay. I used to live in Hawaii.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, I forgot what was the name. He has I think Dexter Weeks. Was that it? I know Rodriguez is the artist. Mandy. I think I'm not sure what she does. I think she co-writes it. But I think I might be remembering wrong because I've had a bit to drink. But I think he said Dexter Weeks used to live in Hawaii, or he's from Hawaii. So there's a lot of that's where the accuracy comes from.
We're drinking tonight.
I've been drinking.
You have been.
I have been. What have you been doing?
He doesn't drink.
Who are you talking to, Phil or me?
All right. Well, fine.
I almost never drink. I think I drank last time with Rini for the first time.
I remember that. Jake.
I appreciate that. That was so kind of you.
I wasn't doing it to be nice. I was just like, have fun. And then like I felt like I didn't know what I was saying, that like I was having trouble saying words. You said I was doing fine, but I feel like I couldn't elucidate it correctly.
No, you were doing fine. I think so. It was weird because it was almost like you on alcohol is how I act on weed. And when I'm on weed, I think I sound like it's like I'm talking like I'm 3 years old and I'm constantly insecure, but I'm actually talking totally fine and I'm making sense, but I just feel like I'm not. So I just shut up and I don't want to talk to anybody.
I definitely felt like I wasn't making a point ever when I was talking. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but
I get paranoid when I get high though, so I don't get high.
Yeah, I don't get high either.
Jake.
I don't want to watch that stream actually, because I don't want to see me talking.
You're fine.
Yes, Phil.
Jake, could you draw the tick?
And on another, I could. I was gonna. There is a drawing I want to do in my head. I was basically because the stream was winding down, and I felt like I'd missed an opportunity to do something funny. But if it keeps going, I've got something else that I'm gonna draw.
No, I'm trying to somewhat wind down, but I'm not ending it right the fuck away because I'm trying to promote shit, guys.
Yeah, she cares about her fellow creators.
I want to promote stuff, but I am starting to yawn, so I do have to go to sleep sometime soon because, guys, I do have obligations and I have to, like, get up
Oh yeah, I gotta go to sleep soon as well.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like
She
9
has
in
like
the morning.
real person stuff to do.
My life is kind of insane right now. I mean, well, not that insane, but I just have a lot going on. Anyways, the last pages. I like how Phil just hopped in to promote his book and nothing else.
No, I just came in to tell Jake to draw the tick.
Come and hang out with me on a draw stream on my channel, and we'll draw the tick.
Well, you told him that. So, Fiendish, chapter 2.
Rini's not happy. Rini's not happy today.
What? I'm not? Am I?
No, he's being.
No, you're not. Shut up. You're being fine.
Jeez.
Okay.
Stop being mean to my adopted Chinese child.
I'm not trying to be mean. I've had. Maybe I'm just
Not
trying
you.
to put my foot down because
You're not being mean.
Okay, listen. I feel like I have been too much of a pushover, to be
Don't be a
honest.
pushover, Irene.
That's true. I don't want to be that. So
You are the Reenergizer bunny. Go.
Yay! Phoenix chapter 2 origins! Oh my gosh, we're almost at not almost, but we're on our way to 165, which is a nice stretch goal where we get a trading card for everybody. We already have like 4 trading cards, and this will be the next one that goes out to all backers, as well as 2 mini prints. Fiendish is a story about Casimir, a hunter who is searching for the truth behind the demons that destroyed his hometown long ago. And if you like character-driven fantasy and mystery and a lot of character building and all kinds of crazy world building and monsters and action, and this is the book for you. If you have any doubts, please check out a preview of this project on fiendishcomic.com because I have a free preview. It's like 22 pages because I'm insane, but I want everybody to take a look at the story and judge for themselves if it's for them, and I'm sure you're going to love it. So check out fiendishcomic.com. I also have some stuff in the shop. I have merch. A lot of people don't know this. I guess I don't pimp my shop enough, but I have a beanie, I have shirts, I have a jacket, I have hoodies and patches and all kinds of other cool stuff. So check out the shop. Check out fiendishcomic.com.
Drago was wearing a beanie yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Or not a beanie. He was wearing a hoodie.
Awesome. Yay. I'm glad. Oh my gosh, look.
There it is.
Oh, I thought that was a hoodie, but there's the book. So there, look, that's chapter 1, everybody.
Get it?
Yeah. Thank you, Phil. That's chapter 1, and chapter 1 came out last year. It did really well, so thank you, everybody. Again, I do want to promote the website because even though I don't have a crowdfunding functionality on the website right now, I'm still using Indiegogo. I think it's just good to have an independent website. And it looks more professional. It's like a center for your project. And it doesn't matter, even if we do eventually switch platforms. If people choose to do that, no matter where you are, you have one website for your project and your brand to go to.
Yellow Spider Guy said a Reenie beanie.
Yeah, they've been saying that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry. That was my first time.
Okay. They've been saying that in chat. I like it. It's cute. But also, I'm going to try to not go on too much about this, but yes, I built quite a detailed fantasy world for this. I have a world map. I have a language that I built for this comic. And I have a pantheon, I have a species, and I have a magic system that I haven't really revealed yet, but it'll be in the back of book 2. So you'll find out some more about all this crazy stuff.
And the map.
Yeah, I showed that. That was map. Ooh,
Yeah,
the
but
character page is really cool. Look.
No, you're getting the printed map.
Oh, so the world map on the campaign itself, it's an add-on. You can get the world map as an add-on, or you can just get it as part of the Give Me Everything, which is effectively my subscription tier. And that's like 4 variant covers. That's an art book, 2 standees, and a couple of other like little miscellaneous things like mini prints and stuff that have been part of stretch goals, but also the world map. And the world map print is available on the campaign down. Well, you guys already saw the map earlier.
And it is so freaking cool.
But it's like 21 inches by 23 inches. It's big. That's what she said. It's made of canvas right now. So it was going to be just a poster, but we reached the stretch goal at 150,000 to make it printed on canvas. So thank you guys very much. The world map is going to be printed on canvas. And if you look down the campaign, here are some of the finished pages. I'm working very hard on them. The inks are due in like the next 2 weeks. Oh my god, this is why. I mean, okay, you guys, I don't have time to do more commissions. I don't have time to stream, really. I'm trying to finish these fucking pages. Okay, please. You have to understand. Sometimes an artist just has to hunker down and not talk to anybody for a month. And, like, we should not be faulted for that because sometimes that's what it takes to get a comic done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We trust you, Rena. You fulfilled your first one.
Well, it's gonna be fulfilled. It's just a matter of I want to be done as fast as possible because I have a lot of other shit to do and I want this to be on time. Okay, but thank you. So the colors are coming in great. It's about halfway colored here. My colors is doing absolutely fantastic work. Please check out the campaign. I have a bunch of other add-ons and all kinds of other cool stuff on here that I am sure you are going to love. So thank you. There you go. That's Fiendish Chapter 2 Origins. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
If you want to hear more details about it, we usually go into it on our every other Friday world building stream where we talk about how insane we are with our world building.
Oh, that's right. Yep. So Ellie and I do a writing / world building stream. If you like listening to 2 goth girls talk about writing and occasionally strange fantasy stuff and horrifying monstrous activities by their characters in their fantasy books, and yeah, this is a stream for you. We don't just talk about world building though, because we talk about character building, and we talk about monsters. Basically, we pick a subject every week and then we just delve into it and interact with chat. So we alternate between our channels every other week. So the next time the show is going to be going on is next Friday on my channel. I feel like it's a little confusing for people, but that's just how it is. I don't have a lot of time to do a set show like that.
We answer questions about writing and the process and everything. Pretty much any question the chat asks, we answer. And that'll be, it's not tomorrow, it'll be on the 7th.
Yep, not this week, not this Friday, because we just did one last week. So
I think last week was my channel, so next week is yours.
Yep, exactly. All right. Well, that's enough of my campaign. Fiendish Chapter 2 Origins. Take a look at it if you like fantasy and mystery and an insane person building a parallel universe because she has no life, then this is the book for you. All right. I'm going to actually go to sleep now because I'm suddenly really tired.
Well, you're going to mess up your eyeliner if you quit, if you keep fucking with your eyes, so you better go to sleep.
I will. What campaign?
But wash your face first, so you don't mess up your face.
Don't wash your face.
All I've got is my channel.
Well, I'm gonna go around and promote everybody, so it'll be.
Oh, you're gonna give all our channels too?
Well, of course, yeah.
Nice.
So I've had like 20 shots, but honestly, I've been doing house stuff all week. I got the exterior of my house painted, but I've been painting furniture. I've been painting walls. I just installed some curtains today. I've been fixing up my closet. I've been doing molding, as well as trying to get pages done. And it's just been absolute complete chaos. So I'm exhausted, and it just has all hit me all at once. So
she's so exhausted she thought she'd do a 4-hour stream after a 2-hour stream.
A wonderful stream.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens when the readers and backers want me to do more draw streams, but I love you guys and I want to give you guys more draw streams and I want to stream more, but sometimes I'm tired. But it's okay because it's worth it because you guys are great and I love being here for you. Okay, all right, but I have to go to sleep now. I'm sorry.
Go to sleep, Rainy.
Okay, I'm gonna let everybody shout out your channels. Let's go with Billy first. Where can everybody follow you or on Twitter, YouTube, everything?
Follow me on the Twitter, Billy Basco. I'm there. I post stuff. Yeah, check it out.
Cool.
Thanks for having me.
He's tired too.
Boob Dan is just Boob Dan. We just spent like an hour promoting your campaign, but I'm ending the stream now. I'm sorry. I'm really tired.
We did.
Yeah. Jake.
Hi everyone. That is my thing. You can search that on both YouTube and Twitter. Like, follow me on YouTube. I do draw streams too. And I just finished drawing this piece of Rini being harassed by 3 separate trains, calling her
Nice.
a train phobe, a train bigot, and a fucking TERF, which is a train-based TERF.
What?
Why are you drawing her getting harassed by trains?
I know! Why does everybody think I have a problem with trains?
Ali, I don't have a design for you, otherwise I would have drawn you both together.
Okay.
I would have drawn you both together.
Now
but yeah.
Rini is the TERF.
Yeah, you trains phobe. But yeah, like I do live streams, drawing streams on my channel where I draw shit like this. And on this stream, I even did this. I tried doing it while Ethan was here, but like I didn't get it done in time because he got bored and left. But yeah.
Ethan.
Well, thanks, Jake.
Thanks for having me on. I absolutely love being on these streams. I'm very grateful for the invite. So, and thanks for hanging out and watching, guys. It's always a pleasure. Even though it's now 9 a.m. and I need to go to fucking sleep.
Yeah, well, you and both. You and me both. Ellie, what can everybody find you?
Everybody can find me on Twitter at Ellie Sanguis, but then also I just posted my link to my YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, I talk about horrible things, but also I talk about comics through history and writing and the problem that I have a whole thing where I talk about the Interview with the Vampire and movies, just in general terrible things. So I'm also a writer. I have links on my Twitter that will take you, because I write prose, and that's mainly what I do. But I'm also an editor, so if you want a comic book edited or a book edited, I will do that. But I have links on my Twitter that will take you to previews of my fantasy novel, my I do have like a zombie thing that I'm doing. I'm writing a lot of stuff. But
nice.
Thank you for having me on, Rini. You're very nice.
Of course, thanks for coming on, Allie. And now it's me. Oh my god, I look so haggard and like crazy. Okay, anyways.
No fishing.
I'm not. I don't like my hair. Okay, everybody, thank you for coming on. You can find me at Rini Draws. Of course, remember, because you're watching this, it has to be on YouTube. So hit like and subscribe. And I mean that, I'm not just saying that because I'm like putting in an actual effort. Well, I will be when I'm done with these pages, but I have like ideas for videos I want to do more shorts. And I want to actually take my YouTube channel more seriously. You know, I've been doing the promo shows forever, but I'm trying to do more draw streams. I'm pushing myself to actually put out more content. I just put up a time-lapse video, myself drawing a comic page a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to be doing more of those. So I want my channel to be just about drawing comics and promoting indie comics. And that's what I'm going to be doing here. So I'm going to try to take this seriously. And if you like any of that, if you like crazy drawing streams, some slightly more professional promo streams, and just good old-fashioned, no me talking if you hate my voice, but just music and me drawing, just me nice and silent, no noise, then that'll be nice. I'll have that on my channel as well. I aim to please. So also check out Fiendish. chapter 2 on Indiegogo right now. All those links and stuff are in the description. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Tomorrow, I don't think I'm doing. Tomorrow is Thursday, so I should be streaming at Narwhal. I don't know what time, but like 11 or something. We're going to be promoting Cerberus on his channel. So follow me on Twitter, Rainy Draws. I'll be retweeting that. And other than that, I'll see you all next week for another promo stream on Wednesday. Okay, bye. Thank you all. I will actually play an outro. What outro should I play this time?
Yay, outro.
Professional.
I'll do the Perth one, but it might not land. I don't know if it'll.
We're not good. What about Phil? Phil's got a live comic, right?
Okay. Sub to Zaid Comics.
It's up to Phil. It's up to me. Go click
Phil,
my
I
channel.
gave him a chance to promote. Literally.
It's okay.
It's all right.
It's okay, guys.
Phil.
What? Now I feel bad. I don't understand.
No,
what's
no,
happening.
this is about Phil. Phil.
Sorry.
It's not.
You didn't click to Phil earlier.
Okay. No, I'm serious though. Phil, I'm just riffing on him, but Phil's a good friend. Follow him at Zaid Comics on Twitter. Yeah.
Yes, do that.
He's loads of fun. Yeah, do that. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow-ish, next time, whatever. I'm tired. Okay, bye.
Between the collarbone and the
I can do a quick boob demo on the back of this piece, and whoever buys it will look at it.
Make Irene big screen. Make her.
I did a really low. Look at that armpit. Oh,
yeah, I know.
No,
dude, another armpit guy.
Sexy armpit.
I love my armpit.
So
there you go.
Apparently, there's an armpit fetish, but you just have. They're like you have to make them nice and supple and really big, and have them like you want them to have some weight to it. But don't like make them saggy because saggy isn't hot, and then make sure you like put.
What about the placement? Yes, there you go. The placement.
Compared to the chest.
What?
Yeah.